Hey everyone, welcome to Roll Together and welcome to Dice Hard. It's everyone's favorite Christmas movie as a D&D show with some other 80s heroes all joining us along for the ride. Hope everyone's looking forward to a night of some Dungeons and Dragons. I am Chris, I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight, and we're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. I'm clearly not Emma. Emma is a little bit under the weather, so I'm stepping in to run Emma's adventure for them. So, we're playing D&D. For those who are unaware of what D&D is, everyone here is playing a rip-off of an 80s movie star in a rip-off of an 80s movie star fantasy world. They all have character sheets, tell them what they can do, and they'll be rolling dice to see how well they do it. 20's good, 1's bad, you know the drill. Anyway, I play everything else, including all of your stocky movie villains. Cats, am I playing a cat? I'm playing a cat, aren't I? I'm playing a cat. There won't be much weather in this one, I say, preempting. Anyway, that's what's going to happen here. We're playing some D&D. Let's find out which movie characters this lot have ripped off. Tom, let's start with you because the hat is a dead giveaway.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Hi, Montana Brooke. I'm selling these fine leather jackets. If you got any artifacts, they belong in my pockets. But then they may end up in a museum eventually. Let's see how things go.
All back with their native cultures, you know.
What?
No, okay.
No, they'd break them. If they had them, they'd break them.
What a wonderful start to a stream. Just privilege all over it.
Both of these things I've been doing with you, I'm like, should we return it to the natives? I'm like, no, they should be with me.
It's just terrible. It's what it is.
I'm just bad.
Yeah, it's just awful. Yeah. We are the worst. Thanks, Tom. Who's going to save me? I'm looking at all of you thinking, who's going to save me? And none of you are going to save me. Who's the most even keel? Sean, you're the most even keel person. Off you go.
All right, if you say so. So I am Sean. I use he, him, and I am playing Michigan Brooke. Michigan goes by Mick and is Montana Brooke's twin brother.
Yay.
So you can maybe take some have a guess at what might have inspired us to be related. One could say that my character is a hunter of sorts. They do a lot of running around, maybe. Possibly sharp edges are involved. We shall see.
Great. Okay, good.
He's also wearing a fine leather jacket. It's a long coat, though. But
yes, but it's hot in here, so I'm not.
Yeah, just take off your coat. Like any costume party, I'm like, but no, we have a look. We've got to be together. We've got to keep the coats on. Come on.
So, I mean, what fictional universe are you imagining that Harrison Ford hangs out with himself and has to match with himself?
Oh, I've seen that film. Yeah. I've seen it. It's great.
Is that a film?
They kiss
it is now.
And they kiss at the end. Josh, save me.
Hi, I'm Josh. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Jack McGlover, who also uses he, him pronouns. Jack McGlover is a particularly disturbed gentleman who likes to tinker and drink and just, be a general nuisance to the rest of the group. In terms of who he's based on, think of Richard Dean Anderson's MacGyver, the Mel Gibson's character from Lethal Weapon, and Kurt Russell's character from Big Trouble in Little China, because I just couldn't pick one.
I don't even know their names. You don't even know your name.
Jack Burton is the one from Big Trouble in Little China.
The main character of Big Trouble in Little China is called Jack Burton. Oh, thank God. I thought it was Jack Burton is awful. It's just the worst name for anything. That's just the different kind of film. Liz.
Oh, hi. My name's Liz. I use they, them, and I will be playing Ripple Yellen or Ripple Yellen.
I thought it was Ripple Yellen. I realized it was Ripple Yellen.
Whichever you prefer. She uses either. She wears navy overalls with the sleeves rolled up. She has got this wild dark brown hair and is definitely 100% based on Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien. She's proficient in running down corridors while under pressure. She hates robots. She hates aliens. She loves cats. She has a cat called Joey. She's kind of a loosely based paladin whose god is called Mother, so we'll be talking to them a lot. And I'm very excited.
Okay, I've been holding back from this because I've already heard it once. Dave, hello.
Hello.
Oh God.
I am Naked Tony Twinkie, a motivational speaker from the wrong side of the tracks. I used to be a cop, but you can't be a good cop in this town. So I became a motivational speaker. And I started adventuring to find more people to convert with my pamphlets and my speaking ways. Now, Naked Tony, he breaks it down. He's laid bare, and he encourages everyone else to be their true selves. Be naked. Be naked, Tony. Be naked, Tony Twinkie.
Okay. Just gonna nod and accept this into my life.
And he's based on the Goonies.
Yes, good, great. Glad we're all clear. Good, lovely. Right, well, let's have a word from our sponsors. I'm sure they'll be proud to be sponsoring this, and let's see you all after that.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or £1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and while we aim to avoid misgendering, we do acknowledge that it does sometimes happen. Have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns should the need arise. If you spot one that we've missed or anything you'd like to let us know about or give us more advice on, please drop us a line at rolltogetherrpg@gmail.com. You can pop a note in chat as well, although this is pre-recorded, so we won't be able to change anything live, but just so we know for the future. We also edit our pre-recordings, as you will see, and that means we edit out pause cards, which we use to pause the action in case there's something we'd like to amend, change, or talk about. We recommend using similar safety tools. You can find out more about it at !safety in the chat. There will also be content warnings there in case you want to... I think we'll be fine for this one. I'm just going to put it out there. I think you'll be fine for this one. That might not be the case later, but this looks more silly than serious. But if you are looking for content warnings for any of our previous shows as well, they're all there. You can find them and make sure you only see what you want to see. Anyway, that's it from us for now. Let us watch the intro and then dive into the action. It is Winter Shield Eve. Now, because Winter Shield is not Christmas, Winter Shield Eve is the night of Winter Shield. It is the night where it will be night for the longest. It is also the solstice. And in Waterdeep, that means people walk around, have nice, pleasant conversations with each other late into the night, drinking mulled cider and looking at maps specifically. Maps are a big part of Winter Shield festivals, and it's often about your concerns about the future, and there's a lot of statements and phrases about mapping your future and that sort of thing. One of the places having a Winter Shield Eve celebration is a tower in the North Ward. It's a wizard's tower. It belongs to a wizard called Mr. Orinoco. Mr. Orinoco's tower is one of the tallest buildings in the North Ward, reaching as it does roughly 80 to 90 floors high. It is surprisingly big for Waterdeep, and also because it is a wizard's tower, it is so designed that magic means that it cannot be seen necessarily in wide sweeping landscape vistas, meaning that most people may not be aware of its presence, or even be aware there's a building ranging quite so high into the sky. Also, it made Ariel Silverhand look bad, so she asked if Mr. Orinoco could do something about it, and he said yes. So here we are. Orinoco Tower is used for a wide variety of things. Mr. Orinoco is a wizard of some regard. He carries a variety of very powerful magical objects. He is renowned for charitable work and helping out those less fortunate. He also has a burgeoning enterprise in a wide variety of different areas, some of which is built and constructed in the tower itself.
Now, Idaho Brook, who is not a player character, is the third sibling of the Brook. Well, not necessarily triplets, there might be more, but for now, let's say there's the third sibling. Idaho mentioned to their brothers, Montana and Mick, that they should swing by Orinoco Tower if they happen to be in the neighborhood during Winter Shield celebrations, if they fancied it, you know, if you wanted to just pop in, say hello, whatevs, have a drink, have some mulled cider. Mick and Montana both are in an adventuring party with these other reprobates. And the five of you have just completed an adventure, and it just so happens that you received your payment. You are now swimming in cash, doing quite well for yourselves. But it is Winter Shield Eve, and it almost passed you by, such is the life of an adventurer on the road, forgetting holidays and other important things. So you find yourselves in Waterdeep on Winter Shield Eve without plans. You're going to the party. I'm not going to say what would you want to do, because you're going to the damn party. I'm not used to not doing this with you lot. It's not happening. So
I want to go hang out with Ariel. She seems like she knows how to party.
She needs a dress, though.
Not busy. She's busy for the night. You have all decided as a group to head to the party, and you are heading to the tower as we speak, walking the streets of the North Ward. What are you discussing? Who are you? What's going on? Will I stop doing the English presenter voice? Look around you. All right, so who've we got? What are you doing? What are you discussing on your walk to Orinoco Tower?
Well,
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, well, that was a mighty fine. I don't know where the accent's going to go all over
That's
the place.
fine. We'll make it weirdly American.
Yes, it's going to go all over the
Such an
place.
opening. I don't know what you mighty
know.
fine.
I don't know what you mighty fine folks thought of that last mission we did there.
I mean, it was fine. It wasn't too much of a problem for us. We survived.
Just about. Poor Jimmy didn't survive.
Well, Jimmy just didn't know when to jump at the right time, and
Jimmy learned a very important lesson.
Oh, God.
absolutely.
Always jump at the right time.
Especially when there's an explosion, you jump away. Jimmy just stood there, and the explosion took him. It's
Hang on a
Standing in the
minute.
fire. Classic.
I always thought it was cool guys walk away from explosions.
well, if you can manage that, then Jimmy, on the other hand, did nothing. He just
stood there.
Yeah.
Jimmy was definitely the opposite of cool when that explosion tore his flesh from his bones.
As we're a bunch of action heroes, we can make those kind of jokes about real deaths. It's funny. We're not sociopaths. We're the
It's how we
best.
cover our real emotional pain, by cracking jokes, and Tony will elbow you both in the knee.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Artifacts, yeah.
I mean, if we're talking explosions, I've fallen backwards into one while something erupted from my chest. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good. We're glad.
Somehow.
I find myself yet again very concerned for my own well-being just by being around you four.
Hey, it's better to be busy than bored.
Look, just because I made a grenade for Jimmy to throw and it turned out that it exploded before he threw it, nothing I could do about that.
He needed to look down, see the grenade, and go, "Oh boy," and then jump. Instead, he just
Yeah.
stood there going, "What the fuck?" And then he exploded. It's
There was the option to fumble it a bit, drop it, and then kick it. But no, none of the tropes.
didn't
I mean,
hand it
Don't
to
go
someone.
trope. You're gonna go broke.
I mean, we all have at least one reaction to use every round, so why on earth we didn't use that to drop the thing and get out of dodge is beyond me.
Or to hand it to someone else and go,
Hang on.
"This is for you."
Guys, I'm so sorry. I appreciate all the roleplay that you're doing, but dropping things is a free action. Please continue.
If only Jimmy had known that. Still be here.
What a goddamn idiot.
He used his
Damn it,
reaction when he
Jimmy.
could have used his free.
Thanks, disembodied voice.
Mother, is that you?
I mean, it's not as bad as the last guy. What was his name? Fred or something? He threw a grenade and the bad guys picked it up, pulled the pin out and threw it back at him.
I'm not going to lie, a lot of our problems seem to be grenade related.
Surprised people still work for you, frankly.
We have good
Internship.
dental.
I have students at the university, and I'm saying, hey, come get college credit by coming on my adventures, and then they blow up. So
Yeah, do you still want me to come in for that grenade making class?
if you could, it might speed things up a bit if we could get the basics down, such as pull the pin, throw the thing. Yeah.
We offer people the chance to be their true selves, to be rich and famous, sometimes briefly. But who can forget good old Bobby, Kenny?
No, Bobby's the one who drowned.
It was a shark attack, weren't it?
No, that was
Sharks.
Sylvia.
Why did it have to be sharks?
I mean,
And why
I
on
didn't
earth were
expect
they
a
on
room
a
full of
plane?
sharks, but hey. Not even any water. That's polymorph for you.
No.
We flash back to us on a plane. Is this just a shark? We're like, well, that's not going to do anything.
What's a plane, Tom? All right, good.
A plane.
It's another
a plane.
Oh, I see. Okay. Look, it's the tower in front of you. The tower is, as you pass by a street, you can see how the tower suddenly, almost like irises into view. Like you passed by a street corner and it was always there, but you wouldn't have seen it beforehand because of this optical illusion that the wizard has cast upon his tower. The base of the tower has a lot of glass, very, very carefully placed glass, and doors you can pass through. There are a lot of guards. Count about 10.
What exactly do you think is in there?
I mean, the party that we have been invited to would be one thing that is going to be in there.
Well, I hope so. There's a lot of guard to be on those doors.
Well,
Should be this.
one people. We need a lot of guarding, especially with as shit-faced as I plan on being.
Oh, God. Mother, remind me to look after Naked Tony Twinkie, because he's going to be trouble tonight.
No problem.
Mother says no problem. We'll be okay.
Look, I don't start fights, but when people come up to me and call me a lightweight, I take that personally.
I start fights, mostly barroom rolls, but yeah.
Yeah, just because I found out it comes in pints.
Anyway, the door is right in front of you. Would anyone like to?
For nothing.
It's fine. Would anyone like to make the introductions? Probably Mikkel Montana making the introductions, frankly.
As the introductions happen, could I just, from a distance, maybe use insight to just check out their weaponry, what kind of arms they've got going on?
Absolutely. Roll me an insight check while these two do some roleplay with the guard.
I mean, my insight is -1, but I'm checking anyway.
Go for life.
We're looking at a 5.
They appear to have items. You see a sword. Gosh, that's a good-looking sword.
We are in good hands.
Because it's an insight check, they all seem fine and not sketchy or jumpy at all.
They are totally stand-up people,
Mm-hmm.
armed to the teeth and ready to protect us with everything they have.
Absolutely. Make Montana, who goes to the door?
I would probably leave it for my more confident brother.
Hi, Dr. Montana Brooke. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello?
I hear there's a little shindig going on tonight, a little winter party, and I believe we're on the guest list.
Onto the clipboard.
I mean, we can't be that far through. It's only B.
Maybe it's under M. That is further in the alphabet. I know my letters.
In that case, you might get there to me first. It'll be Michigan.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll check again.
Naked Tony would like to try and sidle forward, look at the list, and be like, look, there I am.
Roll me a brazen check. I don't know what to suggest on this front. Performance, I suppose.
Okay. That's a 15.
As you sidle forward to go, that's me on the list. The guard military training will slap the list back and just look at you slightly strangely. I don't have a Michigan or Montana Brook on the guest list. I'm sorry, it's a very exclusive clientele tonight. Do you know anyone in the building?
Our sibling, Idaho Brooke. That'll be under I. Or perhaps J. I'm never quite sure.
Okay, well, if you just want to point you over towards a stone pillar next to the door, on which there is what looks like a black piece of glass. If you could just search the directory there and find your sibling, that would be ideal.
Do you think this is one of his famous pranks?
Probably, you know. To invite us to a party and then not let us in. Let's see if there's enough way. I think I'm saying this a bit too loudly. It's like, let's see if there's another way in.
No, please. You can just, if you please, just
literally look like 2 inches. All right.
Yeah, there's points towards the black pane of glass again, which is within arm's reach of all of you. If you please touch this, then you'll be able to find your sibling, and then we can find out what's happened here. Okay?
I will reach out and touch the black glass.
As you do, magic swirls under your fingers, and you get this beautiful sort of kaleidoscopic effect of light across this glass. And of the options on the screen, you can easily search through to the people who work here, and then search by tapping in letters for Idaho Brook.
Now, why on earth those guards couldn't do that themselves is beyond me, but they are heavily armed, so maybe they were just too busy holding their swords.
And we're here for security. There's a wide variety of us here because we work for different people who are all at the party. So, yeah, we're not allowed up. It's a no weapons policy, but we are making sure that everyone who enters is allowed to.
No party.
Definitely holding their swords.
Do you never get to go to the parties yourselves?
No. We're this is a job. We are working right now, so please.
And I will bring the party to you. Winterfest.
I'm just going to stare at you blankly.
Distracting. Shouldn't have said that out loud.
I don't know if it was just that my hearing doesn't go to the range that your voice just went. Okay. I was very concerned.
Dogs throughout London are heading towards David as we speak.
The Highgate filter hasn't been programmed yet to contain me.
Go on, Sean.
Keep doing your dance, Tony.
Yeah, I will kind of scroll through. Have I ever seen technology like this before? Or Arcana like this before?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh. I am surprisingly good at that.
Mm-hmm.
May I assist with that?
Of course.
I don't need to assist with that, but may I assist with that?
I mean, why not? I can always credit.
Winterfest inspiration!
That was one worse, so I will go for the 19 for a total of 25.
Sorry, I can't be sure, but my dog just told me that you got bardic inspiration from Davis.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. I
feel like I'm being discriminated against on grounds of pitch.
Welcome to my world, David. Welcome.
Is it a D8 at this level?
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely finding it. That is 33 in total. I'm tempted to just not use the dot bardic, but...
You have never seen anything like this before. I would go further with the 33. You think this might be extraplanar. You think this might be something very, very clever and powerful and important, which only speaks to how clever, powerful, and important Mr. Orinoco surely is.
I think this tech might be from that plane on the plane with sharks. Do you remember the one where you got fed up because there was the all those sharks on this
on the plane?
Yeah.
My God, if the sharks have already got here, then we are in for a hell of a time. But
I'm finding
sort of leaning over. It's like, did you find them? Are they their names on that?
Oh, look, you're so you know. Yes, okay. You're their your relations, and that they work here. Yes. And you're not on the list, but
what?
I will allow the 5 of you to go up and please. If this isn't something, if you're not, I cannot stress how important it is. The people upstairs are kept safe, and there's lots of very important people there. So what I'd quite like is if one of us could accompany you up there, just to make sure that everything is copacetic.
But then we're allowed to go to the party, right?
As long as your sibling has invited you, and that's all right with Mr. Orinoco, then absolutely, I can't see any issue with that at all.
All right.
Sure. What do we have to do to get up there then?
Right. Well, as I said before, there is a no weapons policy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a honesty box or something? Do we just...
No. Gunter here will pat you down if you say you are not carrying any weapons, a very large person standing behind the guard, and if we find anything, we will put it in the box with your other things, which shall be returned to you at the end of the party.
Does that include our armor, or is it just our weapons?
It is for weapons and armor, although we do appreciate some people like to wear armor under their clothing or something surreptitious, and if that is the case, then, well, it is your decision. But weapons and also magical objects that can be used as weaponry, material components for spell casting, that sort of thing. They must all remain down here.
Surely you would allow me to keep my loot.
No, that can go too.
But what if they need me for the party?
There are musicians upstairs. This party is very well catered for.
Musicians, not worthy to oil my loot. Grumble, grumble.
Gunter will step forward holding what looks like a bag of holding, and we'll just open it out and go, if you would be so kind.
So Gunter, I need a straight answer. So I will gladly walk around in my underwear is what I do. Are there any objects in there, leathery objects like eggs or something? Or, is there any possibility that something might jump out and get us?
No.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just take off my clothes right now.
No, you can keep your clothes. Clothes are fine. You're welcome to keep your clothes.
We were under the impression it was that kind of party.
Come on, everyone.
No, please, you're welcome to wear clothing. If anything, nice clothing is good for a swanky party.
Oh.
So, you'll do fine.
Swanky clothes are second choice to being naked, but very well. And I cast Prestidigitation and change my tux to a vibrant pink.
And the guard will generally look down and go, that's not bad. Yeah, like that. That's that. Your friend's got the idea. Be like your friend. Like, this is a swanky party. You're trying to impress. You're trying to show off to the, I mean, we don't know if any of the Master Lords are there, but they probably are. So...
I'm wearing my full armor, and I got all my weapons on me. I gotta take everything off? I got clothes on underneath, but you saying I gotta take everything off?
He said that we have to be in our undies, so you have to take it all off.
No. You can wear clothes. I wish to stress that you can wear clothes. I would like to repeat this again. You can wear clothes.
Underclothes.
No, you can wear trousers. That's fine too, as long as they're not considered armor in the rules of this game.
Do you lot want to go first? Because I'm going to be here for a while.
I too am going to be here a while.
Tony will, unless anyone massively objects, whilst we're divesting ourselves of our stuff, the loot will go in last, and he's just...
I mean, you're being cut out, David, so we don't know what you're doing. I'm assuming it's a stripper's tune.
You need to push it. No.
Oh.
How low is your filter set? Because that's not peaking at all, my end.
I think Zoom has True Voice or something.
Zoom has something called True Voice, it's true.
It will get rid of anything that isn't a voice.
It knows you're lying. Oh.
It knows. Naked Tony telleth not the truth. But anyway.
Look, guys, are you taking off your armor and weapons, but keeping your clothes on?
Mick will kind of put hand crossbow, the crossbow bolts, components, pouch, dagger, another dagger, a short sword, and then a whip that he carries just in case Montana misplaces his.
Okay, that got better. Good. Anyone else got anything? I mean,
no, this is for my brother.
It's even worse. All right.
I take off my bandolier that I have, which is just full of grenades. Stick that in. 1 dagger, 2 daggers, 3 daggers, 4 daggers, 2 hand crossbows, a light crossbow, short sword. Take off my armor, and I've got a tank top, a pair of jeans, and some boots on. I then take my boots off and click them together, and 2 daggers stick out of them, so I put them in there as well. I'm wearing tank top, jeans, and bare feet.
You forgot the club.
Oh, hang on. And I pull the club out of my pocket and stick that in as well. Thank you for that one.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
One crossbow, one whip. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Hang on, I've got some
There's
darts in my
always
mullet.
more.
I got some darts in my mullet. There you go. Sorry.
Do you want me to put my wit in the bag? Because it's razor sharp.
No, thank you.
Your loss.
Ripple will divest herself of all the armor that she apparently has on, get rid of it all. But then the most reluctant item, it looks like a walkie-talkie that has a screen on the front and there's like a little radar that beeps around, and we all show on it. So this isn't really like a weapon, but I suppose I should give this to you. And she hands it over.
The guard will look at it and look at Gunter and look at you. Best put it in the bag. Yeah, best put it in the bag.
Reluctantly, she will put that in.
Oh, I've also got this. I pull up a map. It has a red line that has travelled across the city and has stopped here. It's like, there you go. Also, I've got my satchel. It's full of artifacts and things that I'm returning to museums, but I'd better go. You hear faint rumbling and noises from the satchel, like, quiet, boys, quiet. There you go.
Cool.
Hope that none of those artifacts were portable holes or anything like.
They are. You watch shot.
No, they are.
As we all get sent to the astral plane.
Nope. Stop ruining my adventure.
No, shot plane.
Can I check with all of you? I am not looking at your character sheets. I'll be very clear with this. If you are hiding something, you may roll me a deception check. If you are not hiding something, you don't need to roll anything, but you can also roll and give me a number if you want to. Okay.
Not, but I just realised I have some manacles, so I pull some manacles out of my back pocket and stick them in as well. And I just look towards Montana. Nothing to do with the whip. Put that in.
Are they fluffy?
A little bit.
10.
Okay.
I am not withholding anything. I've been told to do a thing. I'm going to do the thing.
You're not rolling, just not withholding. Cool.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Not withholding.
29.
Okay.
It's not even anything useful.
Any more for any more?
Would I need to hide Tinker's tools?
Interesting. Would you hide Tinker's tools?
That'd just be on my belt. I could.
I think a tool set's probably fine. Yeah, I think I can complain about a tool set. Have you rolled anyway, Josh?
No.
Okay.
No, I thought I'd ask first.
Ripple.
Will not be withholding anything. There is, however, a ginger cat wrapped around her shoulders. Do I need to roll for that?
No, they'll assume it's a stole. Good. Montana, you rolled a 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll for the guards. Are you hiding something? They're all higher than you.
No.
Cool. Gunter will still pat you down aggressively because Gunter thinks you might be hiding something, and
what about me makes it this cocky look that I constantly have makes you think I'm mistrustworthy?
It looks like you never shave, or if you do, it always like pops back like immediately. Yeah,
you're not wrong. It's
concerning. That's what it is.
Family curse. I was clean shaven this morning, and
same chin scar. How weird. Anyway, you are welcome to enter Orinoco Tower. Having divested yourself of all of the things, do you all enter?
Mm-hmm.
Right. By the way, I assume you're all still clothed. Just checking. There was a lot of jokes about wearing clothes, and I want to make sure everyone's still wearing clothes.
I am wearing clothes.
Thank
you.
Now,
And a tank top.
Okay, good.
I'm also presumably still mage armored.
Yeah, of course. That's perfectly fine. Right. As you all enter the tower, in front of you there is another glass door that opens magically by itself, almost as if it was, the electric door. And you head inside, and there are a lot of strange metal panels around a central stone edifice that you are gestured to step onto. One could hold all of you easily.
Do we reckon this is some sort of contraption that's going to take us up or down?
I think it could.
Yes, that is a. It's called an elevator.
And it's not something that will just put us to sleep for hundreds, if not thousands of days?
No, that would be an elevator. That is not what this is. It's an elevator.
Okay, it's safe.
Would it not be easier to call it a lift because it lifts you up?
What?
The guard will go, no, and we'll make a little note. You are welcome to access the elevator if you wish to head up to the party.
If no one else makes a move to, I will kind of tentatively just kind of put a foot on it and then step forward.
Now, I will say what I said to you all before we started this game to make sure everyone watching is also on the same page. If you wish to collect any material components or any weapons or anything like that around this party, ask me what you're looking for and let's see what we can come up with. And there'll be rolls to see if you can actually achieve that. Otherwise, you will be sans items. As the elevator moves upwards, the tower, the glass from beneath, stone takes its way. The stone is clearly quite well carved from the outside, but from the inside you wouldn't be able to see, usually. But it appears from the inside you can see out. There's some kind of strange illusion around this elevator that lets you see out over the entirety of Waterdeep as you go higher and higher and higher. And for most of you, this will be the highest you've ever been in Waterdeep, and it's an impressive view of the space. It is a rather large city in and of itself, and you get a really lovely sort of quite medium bird's eye, sort of bird swooping, mid-bird view. You get a nice mid-bird view of Waterdeep, and it is beautiful. You can see there's no buttons on the stone. It is it clearly is stone that you can see through, so it looks a bit like the stone bricks made of glass. But for this point in time, there's clearly the lift is internal. You can't fall out of it or lose anything or anything like that. The elevator will stop, and from behind another door will open behind you, and you're assaulted by a wall of noise, party noise. There's a lot of people, a lot of guffawing and harumphing. Lots of the well-to-do of Waterdeep appear to be having a lovely time. You step into a kind of foyer space. There are 2 levels to this space. There's an upper balcony that encircles it, and on the ground below are probably about 30 to 40 people. You can tell the instant you walk in that these are very, very wealthy people. They appear to be chatting amongst themselves. Lots of, that sort of, a lot of people are getting very drunk and having a lovely evening and lots of shouting and furore. But there's also people in 2s and 3s moving off to the side to a table for an important conversation, then moving back again. Like, you can tell a lot is happening at this party. It is a party of great social import, probably quite an important one in the calendar year. As you step forward, a figure who looks very similar to both Mick and Montana will step over to you 5 and will look at Jack, who is wearing a tank top, trousers and no shoes, and will look at the rest of you and look at Montana and Mick. What are you doing? Hi, did not expect you here.
I reach into my pockets and put on a round pair of glasses. This is I'm a professor mode. Hey, good to see you. Well, we got your invite, so we thought we would come and.
That was really a great. You're here. It's I haven't seen you two in ages. Okay, let's please. Please don't embarrass me. This is my place of work, and it's mostly the upper management here. And
what do you take us for?
Yeah, what could we possibly do to embarrass you? So just crack my knuckles. Everything's fine.
Oh hell, this is a mighty fine little establishment you got here. Wowzers!
Okay,
see, wowzers.
That's great. That's lovely.
Have you met Naked Tony?
Naked Tony is scanning the room for people who might enjoy dancing with Naked Tony.
In the world's bizarrest way, Naked Tony fits in the best out of all of you. Bright pink suit actually fits
not going
this.
to resist pretending to be the Vicomte de Fufu.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to get you all some drinks and okay. I will just turn around and head back into the hubbub, and the 5 of you are left to your own devices. What would you like
As
to do?
Idaho leaves, I'll just kind of sidle over to Montana and Mick and be like, I don't trust him.
Well, he's one of us. He's a Brook boy. But
what is it that you don't trust?
Well, you got the invitation, right? And he doesn't seem to know a thing about it. Or so he says. I
think he just the last 3 years we've been invited to whatever shindig he's been going to, and this is the first time that we've actually shown up. So I think that the last shindig was.
That Tony?
I said I do trust Ripple's instincts. I mean, she was the one who said we shouldn't bring grenades on the last mission.
And we lost at least 2 men last time.
I think it was the same man, but anyway.
Yo, let's split in 2. Yes, from the same grenade. Didn't use that free action to drop it, you know? You just have to...
But then again, he was full of white goo, so something else.
Oh, that
was
is
going
true.
on
The
there.
robot. Don't talk to me about the robots, goddammit.
A figure
what can I
will.
say?
Sounds like a Naked Tony seminar.
A figure will walk over to you during that comment. Hello. I don't think I know any of you, which is a surprise to me. I'm Mr. Orinoco. This person is finely dressed, a beautiful suit, long lapels. It's got a very sort of wizard's robe but suit cross vibe, and they look resplendent. And he will walk over to you and just stand in front and, as I say, you are all not familiar. We'll see Montana. We'll see Meg. You must be Idaho's siblings, or some of them at least.
We are indeed. Nice to meet you. Dr. Montana Brooke. Pleasure.
It is a pleasure indeed. Mr. Orinoco, this is my tower.
Mick Brooke.
Mick Brooke. Excellent. And who are your friends, please?
Well, this is Jack McGlover, this is Naked Tony Twinkle, and this is Ripple Yellen.
I'm gonna walk up to him and pat him on the back and go, "You got a mighty fine establishment here, my friend. This is absolutely fantastic. How much does this place cost you?"
More than you can imagine. It's mostly... I did a lot of the magical work myself. It is... I pride myself in my abilities and will slightly pull on a necklace that he is wearing.
We can imagine a lot.
I'm sure you can. Did you say Naked Tony?
Indeed, yes. The most famous bard in all the realms.
Sure. Great. Well, that... I'm glad you could make it. It's always nice to have family here. I think family is very important, and we pride ourselves here at working like a family, if you will. So, thank you very much for coming. I assume Idaho's gone to get you some sort of refreshment.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Great. Fantastic. Okay. Well, come find me if you need anything. If you want me to introduce you to someone, please let me know. I'm always happy to make introductions. And welcome to the party. Merry Wintershield to you.
Merry Wintershield to yourself as well.
And also with you.
Thank you. If no one's rolled inside checks, but there is a genuine warmth. No. There's a genuine warmth and bonhomie to Mr. Orinoco. It looks like they have a really warm sense of the world around them. Like, didn't look at Jack askance, didn't look at anyone weirdly for the way they're dressed or behaving. It was more of a nice to have more people here. There's a genuineness that reeks from this person who is too good to live. Good.
As he walks away, I will sidle up to Montana and make him like, I don't trust him.
No. I mean, did you see that necklace?
He's just too nice.
Maybe that
Why are people
artifact's
always
controlling
nice?
his mind. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe, robots.
No, never robots.
I say to both my brother and Ripple, who I know both have issues with robots.
Yeah.
Look, it'd be impressive if someone was able to disguise themselves from myself, given my line of work, if they were indeed a Warforged of some kind. I don't think this was a Warforged.
I just love that that's what we keep. It's still like a full-on clanky Warforged. It's like, it's immaculate. It's perfect. No one can tell.
Honestly, if it's not some BS with a crystal female, I don't mind. Anyway, you know how to tell if someone's evil? Goatee.
Go where?
Wait a minute.
Speaking of which, a figure has just entered the room. They have a goatee, a rather resplendent one, and they will reach their hand into the air and fire a firebolt into the air, which will hit the roof above. people around you start screaming, turning, unsure of what to do, and will start moving back. What did the 5 of you do? I'll remind you, you have no weapons and no armor.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, back the way we came.
You haven't explored the space at all. You decided to sit here and crack wise, so this is your lot. What would you like to do as people around you are starting to scream and move away from the door where this figure has appeared? The figure is followed, by the way, by a very, very large person wearing what looks like bone armor. They're entirely covered in bone of some description, a big skull over their head, and next to them is another figure, also wearing bones, but in a more sort of casual roby way, and less of the armor kind of way. And quite a lot of zombies are now staggering out of the lift as well.
Oh.
Are there like refreshment tables, presumably?
Absolutely.
I would like to run towards them and leap over one and kind of drag it with me so that it forms some sort of barricade.
Absolutely. Go for your life.
Cool.
Roll me an athletics check.
I absolutely will.
Yeah. Let's see how. I mean, Sean, I'm not going to say you can't do that. I want to know how well you do it. That's my question.
I do that well to the tune of 9.
Cool. It's supposed to look cool. It doesn't. As you roll over it, the table sort of falls, and you think it's going to fall on you for a minute. And there's a lot of glasses smashing as you go. It wasn't subtle.
Fantastic. As there is glass shattering, may I pick up some shards?
Of glass, sure.
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Also, just while I've got you, I realised that there was an item that wasn't in my inventory. I don't know whether it would have counted. My Book of Shadows. Would I have been able to? Can I kind of retrospectively, deceptively keep my book?
It's a book. I think it's a very hard place to call that a weapon. You're fine.
I mean. Yeah.
Sure. It's too late now. The initiative roll, all the rolls have happened. Hand wave, it's fine. There we go. Good. Right. What's everyone else doing?
Can I get eyes on the mage?
The mage is literally right there. You can see... which mage? Mr. Orinoco?
That's the one, yes.
Yeah, Orinoco is in the crowd with the others for this time being.
I'm going to run towards him.
Are you going to bum rush him? What are you going to do?
I've got to grab him and try and get him into cover. Come with me, sir. Come on, let's go. This way.
There are, as you move through this space, as you start moving throughout all the others, there are corridors that lead to rooms off of this space. This is not just one massive room. Do you try and pull him into a side room?
Yeah, I'll try and pull him into a side room. Let's get in here. Quick.
Are you trying to do this unobtrusively? Are you trying to be stealthy about it? Or are you just doing it quickly?
Just doing it quickly.
I love this person no one knows is trying to abduct Orinoco at the time when people are barging. This is not going to go well.
Cool. So Jack has grabbed Orinoco and dived into a side room. I'll come back to that later. What are the other 3 of you doing? You could be going with either of these two, by the way. I'm not going to all spread to the 4 corners of the earth.
Where is Idaho?
Idaho... I'm going to say Idaho was getting drinks at the bar, so the bar's now gone. Idaho's standing, looking at the bar, holding... Idaho's desperately trying to hold 5 glasses in that sort of, kind of way, and has still got them and has turned and is going, oh. And probably should be rushing and putting the glasses down, but there's no bar to put the glasses on. It's going, I don't want to break the glasses. Idaho's standing there, full of indecision.
For God's sakes, Idaho, make a choice. as I wheel over the table to be with my brother.
Are you trying to convince your other that it's a good idea to do that, or are you just doing what you always do?
No. For God's sakes, Idaho, this is a chance for you to be a hero. I'm trying to think of a Harrison Ford film where he just sort of stands around.
Come on!
Idaho! For God's sakes, man, it's time to be a hero.
Harrison Ford points to make a point. He's a very literal man. Good. In which case, roll me a persuasion check with advantage for the point.
I'm going to be using that for the rest of the game. Yeah. Give me your gun. Give me your gun. I got to do it again because I have a -1 for some reason. Harrison Ford is so charming, though. It is
not as Indiana Jones. He's not. Go on.
To be fair, Indiana Jones is confused most of the time. Yeah. He's like, I keep getting hit by people punching me.
You also managed to somehow hang onto the side of a submarine through an entire Mediterranean trip, so I assume you got arms of steel. 14. Idaho will look at you, look around, and just drop the glasses and dive behind the table. So all three of you, if all your heads poked up, it's the same face. One with a hat, one with what's Mick wearing?
Mick tends to wear kind of like a plaid suit with like a tie and sort of leathery jacket.
Just imagine three Harrison Fords from different franchises poking their heads up, and you've got the image perfectly. There you go. I imagine Idaho's currently the fugitive. Good. Yes.
In order for my brain canon to make sense, I'm imagining that it's short for Michigan.
Mick is short for Michigan.
It is.
Yeah.
Your headcanon does make sense.
Mick is short for Michigan, Montana, and Idaho.
Yeah.
Because Indiana.
He's my own private Idaho. Look at him.
Oh, God.
We don't talk about Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Rhode Island has done that's the person you don't trust.
Things. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Right. He was in the Star Wars remakes. Right. Good. Naked. Tony Ripple.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Nope.
You go for it. Go, David.
Sure. So, just apropos of what you were saying earlier, Chris, would this be a swanky enough party to be lit by, say, crystal vials filled with phosphorescent material? Or scented by glowing sticks of incense?
All right. I think incense is a little too hippie dorm room for me.
It's wintertide.
Oh, there could be an incense bowl. Yeah. You grab an incense bowl, grab the incense bowl and run up. Actually, yeah, that works for me. There's an incense bowl, because fluorescent tubing is going to be make me really struggle. But yeah, there's like an incense burner on the side. You can just quickly go by and yoink, grab the incense. It will be hot.
How heavy is it?
Oh, not very.
Could I mage hand it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
You mage hand a little pot of incense, and then what you do?
Running past the bar, trying to follow the others, and also grab a bottle of whiskey or some sort of strong spirit. I don't need that for a spell component.
Sure.
Naked Tony is just very thirsty.
You need it for a spell component. It's called living. Good. So are you jumping over the bar with the three Harrison Fords, or are you going into the office with definitely not MacGyver? I think.
You've got three choices.
So far as possible, Naked Tony would try and dive through a hatch in the bar. So you've got this image of the three Harrison Fords going over the top, and then Naked Tony just charging through the middle.
Right. I'm sure that's a reference I don't understand. You can easily make your way behind the bar with the other three. No problem at all. If that's what you wish. Ripple.
I'll see the zombies coming out.
Yep.
And be like, they're coming out of the goddamn walls, and I will
No, that's the elevator.
If I may, use my foot against a spare table to hopefully snap the wood off to have an improvised shield.
Ooh.
And retreat back into the office, seeing that the Brooks are reunited and Idaho's looked after.
Yeah, you roll me an athletics check for the cohesiveness of the table.
Okay.
As in, does it function as a proper shield, or is it like scraps of wood?
It's a 12.
You managed to snap off most of the top of the table. It's not a clean circle. It's not as good as it could have been, but it's not bad. It counts as a shield. You have a shield.
Cool, amazing. And I'll retreat into the office with Jack McGlover
and Mr. Orinoco. Good. Right. Those of you that are still in the bar, people around you, more fireballs shot into the ceiling, and the zombies will slowly advance to a certain point and stop. At which point, people are still screaming and shouting. And over it all, you hear, "Quiet, please. Quiet, quiet, please. Thank you." People do shut up. Good. Hello. The figure who was at the front walks out, impeccably dressed, beautiful suit. Again, slightly roby, but still a beautiful suit. Steps out. Good evening, everyone. Please be calm and nothing will happen to you. Now, I am looking for a Mr. Orinoco. Can anyone here direct me to Mr. Orinoco? Looks around looks at the people jump behind the bar. Doesn't raise an eyelid like, "Ooh, they've got cover." Doesn't give a toss. Just looks at you with like a raised eyebrow. The big figure behind will sort of step up and sort of cross arms with a very definite sense of threat.
Naked
Anybody?
Tony's just looking at the people around him and thinking that they should form a band called Naked Tony and the Statesman.
Right. Very good.
If we get out of here, then we can talk about that.
From inside the office, Orinoco and McGlover and Ripple, you will all hear this. Oh. I should probably go out there in case this... Seems like a bad idea to let someone like that loose with all those people.
But why would he want you, sir?
I am very important and very powerful and very... Well, I've got a lot of things. Probably something he wants from some plane I've been to or something like that. I don't know.
But normally people just write a letter or whatever an email is. Like, they don't come in, crash a party, bring the zombies.
Well, I suppose we are all unarmed. Looks a little bit sheepish. How did they get through security?
Unless they were in on it, sir.
Those of you outside, quite a few of the zombies look suspiciously like guards you saw downstairs.
Oh dear. While Ripple and Oracle are having that conversation, I'm going to be looking around the office to see if there's anything in here that I can use.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for...
This is an executive office in sort of Renaissance come cyberpunk. So, yes. Go on.
Looking for anything that could be used as a weapon. I'm looking for like spell components wise, maybe. I'm looking for a chip of mica and a piece of iron.
Mica
mica, that's it.
Is a very it's a kind of rock that shatters very, very easily. Why would that be in an office?
They have one of those like
X rocks.
Paperweight.
Yeah. It's on a plinth on the desk.
Yeah, I could just go crack and just...
Also,
one of those
No one makes things out of mica. It breaks really easily.
Which is why it's weird.
Like a geode.
Interesting.
You know how you can get those geodes in like the rock shops?
Oh, I see. This person has a rock collection.
Yeah.
Right. Josh, can you roll me just a flat d20 for... Because this is just luck. Roll me a flat d20 for a rock collection.
That's just Naked Tony records.
That's a 3.
Nope, this person does not collect rocks, they collect plants. Sorry.
Okay. Just going to look to see if there's anything that I can use.
You're looking for mica, which I can't help you with. What else are you looking for?
That's fine. I'm just opening the drawers up to see what he's got inside there, if there's any, like...
What are you looking for?
Dried snakes.
Basically, I'm an artificer. I want to take something and tinker with it and make like a... make like a weapon of some sort.
There's a wide variety of things in this office. The person who works here clearly does some kind of manual work at this office desk. Some kind of executive, but also does some bit of manual work, probably does some tinkering for fun. So as a tinkerer, you could find a variety of interesting items which you could potentially tinker something from. Your imagination may run rampant here, Josh. I will allow that you're welcome to make pretty much anything you like.
I would like to make myself a crossbow that uses anything that I put in as ammunition.
So like a little horrible catapult thing?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a tinker's check with your tinker's tools.
He's MacGyver. If anyone can do it, it's him.
Oh, there's definitely... In which case, if you're MacGyver, there's definitely a paperclip. So everything's a paperclip with MacGyver, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like the A-Team, where it's only just going to come out in a tank. You're like, how, guys? How?
I'm reminded from the sources Arcane that mica is in eyeshadow. If anyone's wearing makeup.
Just go rub the face of
Thank you, sources Arcane.
How do I roll my Tinker's tools?
Oh, just roll.
Google.
Just roll a check and add your proficiency, because it should be added to a modifier, normally intelligence for artificers. So roll an intelligence check flat and add your
proficiency. So that's going to be an 18.
You can probably fire somewhere between 2 and 3 shots with this crossbow, but that's it.
Okay. Right, I got something. Do you happen to have yourselves a component pouch there, Mr. Mage?
No, taps the necklace. I cast everything through this. It's actually quite a powerful and important artifact that might be plot relevant.
Ah, right. Do you happen to know who that gentleman out there might be?
Not a clue. Well, if no one's going to say anything, I think it might be time for a little demonstration. I would like to speak to Mr. Orinoco. And for every, let's say, minute that Mr. Orinoco does not step forward, one of you will die.
Can I be looking for some components behind the bar?
What sort of components are you looking for here?
So I'm thinking honeycomb might be in like a fancy cocktail or something.
Yeah, I'd allow it. Sure.
A bit of sand could just be on the floor in the carpet. I'll grind it fine. The carpet sand.
It's carpet sand. Just good old carpet sand.
We've got broken glass. You could just
I've got
stand there with the
pocket
petals on
sand.
muscle.
Dave, I will allow that you can use, I don't know, lint as sand, but you have to flavour the spell so it's lint instead of sand, whatever it is.
That is totally fine. And would anyone be wearing a fleece or something fleecy?
I'm sure there's a party guest with a fleece.
Cool. I will help myself to some of their fleece, presuming that they won't object.
Is it a certain kind of fleece?
Just fleece.
Just fleece.
Right.
Fleece.
All I need now is a dried snake's tongue, and I'm set. But I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon.
Yeah, sorry. Dried snake's tongue seems a bit out of the ordinary for me. Good, right. Ripple, are you just standing by the door with the shield?
I have two questions. The first is for Mr. Orinoco.
Yes.
Mr. Orinoco, sir, do you have any eyeshadow upon your person? My friend here needs mica, and I was just wondering if you have any on.
I do have some eyeshadow. I didn't realise it had mica in it. How fascinating. I'll just
Exactly.
it gives you the eyeshadow, which has mica in it.
So I want to
Learn something new every day. Thank you for that.
I'm also going to just tear a bit of my vest off, which is white fabric.
Sure.
Tear some of my white fabric off. I'm going to cast Aid on myself, McGlover, and Mr. Orinoco. So we will
Amazing.
get 5 temp HP.
They're not temps. You add them on top of your max HP.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That then.
Please do. Absolutely. Mr. Orinoco will also add 5 temp HP to his max. Look, if he's going to kill people, then I'm going to go out there. I don't think this is a good idea.
What if one of us said that we were you?
It's an option, I suppose.
Hey, yes, hang on. 1 second. Speak for me, quickly.
Hello. I'm not sure what you want.
Hello, I'm not sure what you want. I cast Disguise Self on myself.
Oh.
It doesn't take components.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Brilliant. But then what?
Well, we give him what he wants, and then he leaves. He wants to speak to a Mr. Orinoco. He gets to speak to a Mr. Orinoco. Then he takes his undead and gets the hell out of here.
You happen to know what it is he might want to speak to you about?
Not a clue. Well, if you would, please. Well, that's 55 seconds, so...
Hold on. I'm
Times.
coming. 1 second. Sorry, I had to use the little mage's room. What's going on here?
Orinoco, what a pleasure. Would you mind stepping forward, please?
Yes, of course I can. I'm afraid I'm not acquainted. Who are you?
Introductions are for later, I think. For now, I just need to make sure I'm speaking to the right person. And, they will start casting a spell.
It would be really... yes, no, that's perfectly fine, yes. Cast away.
Anyone else getting a response to this?
While this is going on, I'm also kind of searching desperately for components. Most of them I probably won't need imminently. The main thing I do need is a cup of water, which...
Well, you're behind a bar. I mean...
if anything didn't break.
It has to be soda water, so just quietly... Give us some water. That's fine.
And then something else for a bit... Possibly for a bit later. I'm just seeing if there's any kind of salt shakers, and it also asks for soot, but I'm probably going to just take...
There will be some activated charcoal in the bar, which is just dirt. So
Nice.
you're welcome to have some dirt.
And the last thing that I am hoping for is there, by any chance, the bar, would it have any copper wiring, kind of just like filament?
Ooh, roll me a flat d20 just for luck again.
I will.
How many people are in the bar?
The new cocktail. You put some copper wire in it and it tastes like pennies. It's great.
18.
Pennies from heaven. It's a great drink.
1-8.
It would
18.
corrode, it would oxidize. Tom. 18. There is
That's the magic.
The magic is it tastes like death.
Correct.
There is copper wiring, but it's in the wall. Where the bar was torn over, it tore up part of the wall inside. And looks like there's some wiring inside the stone walls that probably uses to make some of this, light that's all around you, even though it's the middle of the night.
Would I be able to peel some away with Mage Hand? Because I don't entirely trust that it's not going to be,
Yes, sure.
Static.
It will take up your time. While this is happening, is anyone doing anything to stop this mysterious person from casting a spell at this point in time?
What spell is it?
What spell is it? You have no idea.
I mean, we can hazard a wild stab in the dark, which is probably what Jack's about to get.
Yeah. Well, do we know how many people are in this bar? Is it just us, or are there other party goers in here as well?
Most of the party goers are still here. They seem to have huddled down and sort of shrunk back. Most of them, it turns out, are not some kind of combatant. They appear to just be very wealthy merchants and business people. He'll finish casting the spell. None of you are quick enough. Look at you, McGlover, and go, aha.
Hi there, friend.
Dieter, if you'd be so kind, the large bone-clad figure will walk up to you and will grab you by the head.
Just before he does,
just
as his hand goes to grab me, I duck down and go, "Oh no!" and cast Thunderwave.
Ooh, brilliant! Go for it.
At level 2.
Thunder.
I'll say that as well. I'll go thunder.
I will give you a drum beat.
That is a Constitution saving throw from anybody within 15 feet cone in front of me.
So most of the zombies then.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Dieter's con save is a 20.
He's fine. My spell save DC is 15.
My God. So I'm rolling really well. That is a nat 20 for definitely not Hans Gruber. The zombies flail and fly back and move around. Although Dieter rolling a contested grapple with you, I believe. So let's have a strength or dexterity or whatever you want to roll off. Frankly, I don't know.
I'll go for dex. Anybody who failed will take 11 points of damage, thunder damage.
Quite a few of the zombies appear to be quite badly damaged.
Cool. And then it's, did you say saving throw or
No,
acrobatics?
it's athletics or acrobatics, please.
I'm going to go for, they're both the same, so I will go for acrobatics. Ugh, that's really bad. That's 13.
23. Dieter's hand will clamp down on your head and just pick you up. Just hold you there. And Dieter will turn around and say something in a language that I'm assuming none of you speak, assuming that none of you speak deep speech.
I do.
Oh. In deep speech, he says, "Rise." And the zombies, despite being broken and battered and torn, will pull themselves back up again, unaffected by this. Dieter, holding on to you, McGlover, will look at you, and then we'll look back at the figure who hasn't given their name yet. We'll go, looks like we have a volunteer. So, Mr. Orinoco, I don't wish to cause any harm to your party guests, so step out now, or this person gets, Dieter pulls a gigantic sword off his back, just holds it in his other hand while holding you there. Someone might lose a couple of inches.
How much do I like Jack?
Right up to you, really.
I don't know, how much do you like Jack?
I'm just trying to decide if I'd put my life on the line for him. If we had any adventures, shenanigans, chicanery.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've gone drinking together.
There was the whole grenade incident. we drink together all the time. There was the grenade incident. I mean, I've gotten naked with you a couple of times, not in that way, but
we woke up in a horse trough, not knowing one end from the other. I understand.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He's your best friend, basically.
He's your best friend. That's decided now.
Okay. In which case, Naked Tony is going to stand up from behind the bar, come forward with his hands in his jacket, and say,
"Let him go! I've got grenades and I'll set them all off."
I'd listen to him. The man's mad.
It's true. All of it.
Another slug of drink.
Knocking back a whiskey. Glug, 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 glug. I mean it! Let him go now! I don't know what you're here for and I don't know what you're doing, but my friend is not for you.
Ripple in the room with you, Orinoco is looking upset. No, look, maybe it's fine. Maybe if I go out with him, we can have a conversation, everything will be okay. I don't want any one of your friends to get hurt because of this, and it looks like they're very close to getting hurt.
Listen, Orinoco, if we break quarantine, we could all die. But if you want to go outside, I will come with you.
Socially distanced.
Lockdown!
Do you want to step out with Orinoco using your shield to like...
I will. I'll put my shield in front of him and guide him out of the room.
If I see like our friends basically kind of stepping up, I will look over to my brother. Sorry, the competent one.
Who appears to be lighting a pipe for some reason?
Oh, I'm making Molotov cocktails.
Oh, right.
Have I been convincing with my fake grenade?
Potentially, but what this is, you're saying, do this or I'll blow you all up, and you get response to do this or I'll kill this guy, in response to do this. It's all just intimidation. It's a standoff.
Yeah.
Even if he believes you or not, it doesn't really matter at this point, because it's a standoff.
Nakatoni pulls out his instrument and says, "Who's got the biggest horn?"
What instrument?
The one that I rolled a 29 to smuggle into the party.
And what is it?
It's like a mini
Fantasy
saxophone.
A baritone sax.
No, it'd be a soprano sax.
Where were you storing
Let's
that?
not ask. Good. So, what are you doing by playing the saxophone?
Oh, at this point, just adding to the idea that Naked Tony is a bit unhinged and probably would blow himself up.
Put it this way, Dave. They probably believe you.
I mean, I've built this character as the lowest I can roll as a 21 on deception. So I'm just saying.
No,
it's not deception.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I don't know what you expect me to do with that.
Let Jack go.
As Ripple steps out with Orinoco behind, you get to look up and well, there we go. Was that so hard? Now, little pink man, please don't set off your grenades, and Dita can put your friend down. How does that sound?
I see you've played Jackie Grenady before.
Yes.
Fine.
Good. And Dita will put down Jack, who was holding by the head. Clunk. Standing upright, though. Just...
This is why you can't be a good cop in this town.
I'm going to walk back to the others. Can I have a quick scan of the previous guard zombies and see if any of them happen to have a bag of holding on them?
Sure, roll me an investigation check. While that's happening, Ripple, as you step forward with Orinoco, you get from the figure, oh good, no one has to get hurt, which is what we want, after all, as I said. Mr. Orinoco, if you'd be so kind as to come with us, we have some business upstairs with you we'd like to attend to.
At this point, I will whisper to Mr. Orinoco, "Sir, you have to trust me." And I will say, "I've got the hostage now," to, I don't know what his name is, but to that guy.
Ooh, roll me a deception check, I guess.
Where would you like me to put him? 15?
Right. He will look at you with a raised eyebrow, look at the two people who aren't zombies in his entourage and go, right. Look, the other figure wearing bones who isn't wearing armor. That's just every. Sure, please, if you could bring him forward. Thank you.
I will feign a struggle with him, with Mr. Orinoco. Like, he's resisting, but it's just me manipulating.
He doesn't know he needs to resist. He's there going, what are you doing? What's happening? What's happening?
Come with me, sir, now! And I will lead him,
no,
but like with...
I don't want to! I think I'm struggling. He has no idea what you're doing.
And I'll be like eyeing the others to kind of gauge what their reaction to this is as I'm moving forward to the rest of the group.
She's gone mad.
Oh,
Space madness I've been reading about in the journals. It happens,
oh no!
you know.
I let one of them get through to him. Oh no!
I've either had too much to drink or not enough. It's not enough.
As you step forward, Dita will step in between, and then in between, so it's you and this figure and Orinoco standing together. And as the figure looks at Orinoco and goes, right, good. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Ripple Yellen.
Right. Thank you very much, Ripple, for your assistance. I'm just going to take Mr. Orinoco now, and we're going to go upstairs. Okay?
There's no need. He's under my custody. I'll stay with him. Make sure he doesn't try and run.
Right. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm also loving these vibes from Alan Rickman. So like, all right.
24.
Okay.
I think wants to do a full Alan Rickman. I can do a full Alan Rickman, but I think it would be a bit disrespectful. How much?
24.
You feel magic wash over you, trying to charm you, as he says, look, you've done what you need to do, and now he's coming with me.
Could he make a wisdom saving throw, please, as I'm going to channel divinity abjure enemy.
What am I? Wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw. And if he is fiendish or undead, he would have disadvantage on
He's
it.
not. 21?
That's better than 14, which is what he needed.
Wow, that is low.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it'd be so much higher.
No.
Gosh. Okay. Right. Realizes the jig's up, that something's weird's going on with you. Is going to grab Orinoco's hand and dash for the elevator. Do people want to do things? We need to roll initiative here, or because this is the point where the other people around him are going to start jumping into action as well.
If he's grabbing and moving away with Mr. Orinoco, I would take an attack of opportunity. Just a straight up punch.
Okay. Then in which
That's all we've
case,
got.
if everyone else wants to do things, do we want to roll initiative on this and get the ball rolling?
Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah, to me, I did roll 13 on my investigation check to find a bag of holding.
You don't see one amongst these people.
Darn.
That would have been convenient.
Oh, good. All our items are back.
There we go.
yay.
Sorted. Jobs are good. Hang on to those initiative rolls, folks, because that's what we're going to do after we come back from the break. So, join us in 5:10 with the initiative and the first of the combats, I presume, will be many. See you all shortly. Bye.
It's about to get real.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum test.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
And welcome back, everybody. So, turns out that this party's going south. Is that what was the tagline from Die Hard? There was a good tagline about parties heading downhill or something like that. Anyone remember? No remember?
This party's going south. Yeah.
Talking about falling because of the falling off the town.
Due south.
I can't remember. Anyway,
party's going.
Everyone was rolling initiative, and I'd like to hear what you rolled, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Suspense, excitement, adventure on every level.
That's shit. That's so bad.
I got
I need
10.
to know what it was.
10.
10.
16.
14.
You? And what was that? 10 and 16?
Mm-hmm.
Yours.
10 and
Yarp.
16 for Ripple and McGlover. The 16 was for McGlover, yes? Yes? Getting it right? Good. Montana, Michigan, Brooks. Boys.
12.
12.
23.
That's my boy.
That's not twinning.
That's my brother.
I mean, we're twins. We're not. We're not identical.
No.
Well, we're identical, but we're not the same.
Not twins.
I said same scar.
Okay.
You're also triplets, aren't you?
It's more than that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Klaus. What's that? Is his name? Goes first.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Klaus is going to look at the situation unfolding and, as described, he is going to grab Mr. Orinoco's hand and is going to drag him towards the lift. You wanted to sock him in the face?
I would very much like to hit Mr. Klaus. Let's see.
In the face and ass.
It was so good, and then it was a 10. It was so good.
You were aiming for the face and then you're like, the ass?
I think you punch Orinoco. It's funny. As you go, you poof, and you
Trust me, Mr. Orinoco.
and you go for him, but Orinoco gets him with a oh no, and gets hit in the head, and slightly poleaxed, falls back a bit, and Klaus will continue to drag him towards the lift, and will reach the elevator, and will press a button on it, and it will start moving up. Right. Didn't even need to use silvery barbs, which I had prepared. Right. Michigan. Nick.
Yeah, me.
You.
Oh.
You. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford to number one, number two, number one.
Deckard.
I think I came second.
No, it was me. I laughed at that for no reason apart from the phrase, I think I came second. Just made me laugh. Because I'm juvenile.
I get the glass of water that I've managed to obtain, and we'll just kind of stand up, move beyond the bar as I splash it in my face, and it kind of the water freezes into this kind of sheen across me. I'm casting Armor of Agathis.
Cool. It's soda water, so it's also nice and bubbly as you splash it. It's like a little froth.
Yeah.
Like sea foam. You get frozen sea foam, which is a thing. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll take it. Great.
That is an action. I don't believe I've really got anything in the way of bonus actions. I'm a warlock, so I don't have a lot in the way of spells.
No, boys behind the bar. The boys behind the bar. You will note... Ripple is right there. So Ripple's in midst of the enemies, so anything crowd control might be problematic. And there's also a bank of people not too far away, so things with big spheres of effect might be a problem. Looking at you, Explosion Boy. That's you, Josh. Yes, I'm looking at you. Look, Tom has canonically named himself Piss Boy for reasons best known to himself. So now,
Kobolds, put it up. Piss Boy.
There is one thing I can do.
Thank you.
It's not a massive aura. It's only 5 foot. So if I can kind of, I imagine that because this is kind of my signature, I would know how to meander through my colleagues and bystanders without getting them. May I surround myself with a cloak of flies?
You gonna Blade Runner theme that, or is it just a cloak of flies?
See, I am kind of similar to Josh. I've kind of largely based on Blade Runner, but there is a kind of a couple of other elements of.
Oh, fine. I'll be
things in.
So we've been having dreams of flies.
It's a cloak of lies.
There's a cloak of
your emotions.
There's a cloak of flies floating around you now, and you are able to move between people without. You get a couple of merchants going. As they see you go past, you will then sort of move away slightly and not be affected by it.
I mean, we can say that they're kind of genetically engineered flies designed by some person with a fancy code name on a street somewhere.
All the animals died and we made flies.
I was trying to think what they were in the film, and then I realised I think they were something like the Sultan or something, and I'm not sure I want to go down that route.
No, let's leave that one. I can't remember the book well enough either. Okay, so you've got some cool flies that are floating around you now and are moving with you, as well as your armor of Agathis, which is a lovely... Does it just make your jacket look cooler, or is it like definitely armor?
I think it makes the jacket look cooler.
Swish. So it's like it's got a little cool collar now and stuff. Yeah, right. Love it. Michigan, as you do this and step around out of cover, the zombies are going to start lurching forward with surprising speed and dexterity. These are not maybe the zombies you were expecting. Zombonis will leap forward. They have taken the 11 damage from you, Josh. I had not forgotten. And they will start leaping towards all of you. And as luck would have it, there are 5 zombies. And there are 5 of you. It's almost like this was fun. Anyway, I'll stop being coy. Zomboni will attack every single one of you. They have 2 attacks each because they have multi-attack. Let's do this. Joshua, first roll is a 12. The second roll is a 7.
They both miss, so I just have a bottle of somehow in my hand. I'll just swig out of it, just dodge out of the way.
Is it just dodging, or do you do a kind of blow, spit some of the... Do you like a spit take in their face?
Yeah, there's a...
Someone just in front of you and does nothing. Michigan, you stepped out from out of the table. Doesn't matter, these zombies are fast enough to get to all of you. I was just making light. That is a nat 1 to hit you. One zombie will run forward, and as it runs forward, I think because I know the effects of your spell, if you will allow me, it will run forward and then it will trip over itself trying to stop away the flies, and it will fall into the auras of both of these things but not attack you. What happens? There's not damage in the aura of flies?
You think so?
I thought there was.
So, I have maybe made a slight error of judgment in my character decisions. I wanted to make a low charisma warlock, and it turns out that the damage linked to Cloak of Flies is linked to my charisma.
Oh no!
So how much damage do they do?
0 poison.
Yes.
Is it? Can it be nil? Because you have a negative modifier.
The minimum is nil. Yeah.
Does it poison you?
Does it heal the zombies?
Just say the zombie falls into this cloak of flies and just goes, and it's just rolling on the floor because it rolled a 1. Just flapping away flies. It doesn't attack you, unfortunately, because I know that would be good for yours, but no. The third one is going to go and vault over the table towards Montana. Montana?
Can I use my reaction before it hits me?
Sure.
As it lands, I just hit it with the bottle I've been holding, because I have brace, which allows me to hit things. So
sure.
I'm like, get
As
out
it runs towards you, just cock it with the bottle, just get out of it. Run with the attack roll, please. That's a great move.
I'm going to get you. No, you're not. It is an 8 to hit, though. So as I fling the... This is what I've been trying to make the Molotov cocktail out of, and it just goes fly with a nat 1. I fling the Molotov cocktail over it and into the... Oh, wow. Okay, now the bar's going to be on fire. I can deal with that.
Tom, it's a nat 1.
Yeah.
You swing at it with the Molotov cocktail, realizing too late that you're swinging a Molotov cocktail. You and the zombie are now both drenched in very flammable alcohol. I'm just letting you know this. It is my gift to you.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. And now the zombie will attack. It's a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
Will slash violently at you. And again, with a 17 to hit. Here we go. Here are the rolls. That's rubbish. That's 4 damage and another 4 damage. 1s on the dice. The zombie will slash you twice. The whole air is filled with a rosy, piquant smell of way too much alcohol in your cocktail. Some of you may have experienced this. Tony, one zombie will run up towards you and will, again, claws bared, will just leap out and start clawing its way at your tiny, tiny form.
As a free action, can I rip off my jacket?
Always.
Excellent. It just feels like it's the time in like
just
the second act. Yeah.
What are you wearing underneath?
Just a vest.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
Sort of Bruce Willis-like.
Really?
Vest.
Are you sure? Okay. I mean, I'm not sure if it's stylistically relevant here right now.
For reasons unknowable, can there also just be a cigar and a lighter?
You know what? I think there can. Be careful where you're holding that cigar, though. Montana is coated in flammable liquids.
I'm aware. That sounds like a Montana problem.
As Tony rips his shirt off, can I use my reaction to cast dancing lights to make his chest just glow? Oh!
You know, technically dancing lights isn't a reaction.
I know.
And it just burns the rules of this game.
I was going to say, if you want to lose your reaction...
If you want to lose your reaction, it's your choice.
Yeah, no, I just want as he rips it off, his chest just goes, oh!
I'd allow it. Oh, isn't that a good DM move? Let your players cast spells as reactions because they lose their reactions. One for late Chris to think about. Thank you very much, Josh.
Rule of cool.
Rule of cool. Right, 2 attackeronis. 12.
You know what? I think that actually doesn't hit.
Does it not?
Right. I think I do some sort of Matrix style, Samwise Gamgee diving on an apple pie.
Do you do it because you're taking the jacket off? Do you just throw it up and it slashes the jacket and not you?
Oh, I think so.
Right.
Very like a matador.
Lovely. Well, it will slash its way through and then hit you with a 17, I presume.
Yeah, 17 will hit.
And claw at your tiny form for 5 points of damage.
Ouch. And I will say, welcome to the party, pal.
Did your jacket contain your high-pitched voice?
Yeah. And I will say, welcome to the party, pal.
Meh. See?
No, Blackash on Montana, no.
Why are we in Bugsy Malone now? Good, right. As this happens, Ripple, one will also call you. This one's the rather nebbish-looking guard from downstairs. Still got the little glasses on. It's very
Trustworthy
sad.
guy. Trustworthy guy. Okay.
Trustworthy guy. No, this is zombified. Like, this is definitely
Trustworthy guy.
Same guy, zombified. Used to be living. You were there. You saw
Uh-huh.
it. 12
No, no.
Ripple doesn't trust anyone apart from this
12 does not
guy.
hit. 12 does not hit.
Do you bash him in the face with a shield?
I'll say, what the hell was that? Bash him in the face with a shield. May I ask if it would be appropriate for me to just hold on to his arm where it connects to his body in hope to use it as a club later?
Why would that be inappropriate?
Oh,
I think that sounds like an excellent use of your time.
marvellous.
That's a nat 1 to hit you. Would you like to sever the arm and turn it into a club?
In which case, I'd do that move of like breaking the arm, but
Yep.
accidentally take the whole thing by accident. Oh God, what the hell was that?
Look, we don't have little animations. We have animations that are the dice rolls, but we don't prove them to each other. We just accept because I think that's the fairest way to play it. But that was genuinely a nat 1. It's just beautiful
Nice.
stuff there. Yep,
Love it.
great.
It worked narratively. I'd love to see it.
The guard doesn't seem to notice the loss of the arm, and if anything, seems about the same amount annoyed as he was before. McGlover, it is your turn.
I'd like to say that I always have my dice rolls posted to the log.
Oh, I don't. I honestly roll what you want. I don't.
They're pink and fluffy, and they're lucky.
Yeah. Are there any bottles around anywhere? Bottles
Yes.
of alcohol?
Yes.
I'm going to grab 2 of the bottles. I'm going to
Okay.
throw them in the air.
Okay.
So they go sort of in between everybody, and then I'm going to clap my hands together. As I clap my hands together, the bottles break and smash alcohol over all of the bad guys in a 20-foot area. It's all nice, lovely yellows and purples as I cast Fairy Fire.
Oh, I see.
Pretty.
So you can target the smashed alcohol. Just making sure. It's important. Everyone is covered in. Imagine a mojito. Now imagine it on somebody. That is what they are covered in. Good.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw. Just
Zombies.
so they-
All right.
and Mr. Skeleton. If the 2 skeleton guys, if they're both there as well.
Dieter is there, and Franz is there too. Yes. Rude. Right. Zombies. Roll a 7. What a surprise. Zombies are now mojitoed. The big boy. Dieter. Rolls a 20.
Dieter.
I don't know what it is. Dieter's on fire. Well, not notably. And and where is his? There is his brother. They've got to be German brothers who are angry and one of them dies. It's a die-hard staple. It's really important. Cool. And Dieter rolls a 16. I'm sorry. It's just great rolls.
Just
No,
makes sense.
sorry, that's Dieter. Franz rolls a 16.
All the zombies are nicely lit up. Everybody has advantage on attack rolls against them, and I am going to almost sort of spin on the floor and get closer towards where Ripple is.
Cool. You now have. There are 2 zombies around you, and big boy, Dieter. And whereas Francis stepped back slightly towards the lift, where Klaus, for that is his name, is currently going up in the lift with Mr. Orinoco. Right. It is Franz's turn. Franz is going to look at this whole situation and is going to fire an arcane burst at who looks the most worrying and problematic.
That's everyone, Chris. That is problematic. That's us all.
Problematic is a broad term.
I meant in terms of are going to cause problems for this, whatever they're doing, but yeah.
Depends if people still believe I've got grenades up my shirt.
It's a good point. He will even look at you and go, no. Lean over and look at someone else.
I'm wearing professor glasses. Who could I possibly hurt?
Yes, but there's one person surrounded by a cloud of flies with magical armor that seems weirdly difficult to deal with. So,
I do have advantage on intimidation, so
that's a good point. We'll lean at you. We'll look at you. No. We'll look at McGlover, who's on the floor, Ripple, who's up, who are both physical combatants, and his brother's going to deal with. And it's going to target Montana. Fine. My arm is twisted.
I don't understand. I'm just a simple
It's a
archaeology professor.
non-natural 20 to hit you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, mama! 28 points of damage as necrotic energy bursts around you. And he is also going to run for the lift. However, the lift has already left because his boss did not care. So he's going to get to the wall and just start frantically pressing what looks like a button. David. Naked Tony Twinkie.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Naked Tony Twinkie. What's he gonna do? He's gonna take a drag on his cigar. Looking cool.
Everyone's covered in alcohol right now.
I'm only
Tony
covered in mixer.
doesn't play by the rules. Doesn't play by your physics.
It's an 80s movie. Nothing happened.
I was going to say, if it's my film, everything needs to be on fire at this point.
No. The villains have to screw up and become on fire because it's an 80s movie. Like the hero sets up their own fall, their hubris. Because 80s films, as much as you want to believe they're just dumb action shows, they have a lot of very detailed structure.
So I think very calmly blowing. It's an 80s movie. Very calmly blowing a smoke ring into the face of the zombie in front of me. I will instead focus upon the bad guy who just took a big shot out of my friend.
Franz, desperately pressing the elevator button. Yep.
And then I will say,
Looks like we got invited to a winter party by mistake. And I cast the follow.
So there's a little thing that I can do with my bonus action to use unsettling words. So it's 1d8 off a saving throw.
Yeah,
so
that's
hopefully
fine.
those words about Christmas parties will be considered very unsettling.
Is there a saving throw for something, or is it just off the saving throw when it happens?
It's off the saving throw that you then make.
Sure,
next,
fine.
or whatever thing triggers it.
That's fine.
And I would like, please, a intelligence saving throw.
Off the wizard.
Is that the wizard?
It's a wizard, Harry. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the.
I will let you change your spell choice. It's fine.
Okay. In which case, everyone's in danger of being on fire. Yeah, as many people of the enemy as I can catch within a 30-foot cube. If I catch any of the friends, it's not that much of an issue because we can just shake them awake. Hypnotic pattern.
Lovely. Okay, so who do you want to catch in the cube?
So the wizard who's frantically pressing the elevator at the sort of far side of it.
Sure.
And then whomsoever else I can get in the 30-foot cube.
You could get two of the zombies, but you then also get McGlover and Ripple in the cube. I think that's fairest. I think that way you can take out two of the zombies, and also the one in front of you. You can take out 3 zombies and potentially both of the larger German brothers, but also 2 of your party would be affected.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair to do because it's not going to be damaging, and all we have to do is shake them awake in order to bring them back to the party.
Absolutely
so I think it's worth a try. I still want to use the 1d8 saving throw on to wizard, but it's a wisdom saving throw this time.
Yeah, less good. That's fair. I'll take it. Right, then in which case I will roll for the wizard first because that's the important one. It's a 7, so I'll just take a d8 off that.
-1.
No, it's a 6, actually. We're bad roll on the d8. But anyway, that wizard is now... What do you do for your hypnotic pattern? What do you? Because normally you throw something into the air, or there's some kind of visual effect.
So basically, I'm getting out my horn. My horn, and I've blown a smoke ring into the face of the zombie, and then I'm just blowing my horn, and as you see, like little musical notes coming out and wafting through the smoke, and you see looking very compelling.
You see the wizard just looking at this. Is it a charm? I believe it's a charm. Is it a charm?
It is.
Cool. The zombies will roll. It's an 8. The 3 zombies mentioned, the one on McGlover, the one on Naked Tony, and the one on Ripple, all also fail. And the big boy. The big boy cannot be charmed.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Ripple, Jack, what did you roll on a wisdom save?
Wisdom. Jack gets +3 on that save because you are near me.
Very much. Ooh, that would be a 22 from me then.
That will pass.
19 from me.
That will pass.
Perfect.
Couldn't
Okay.
have gone better, really.
Couldn't have gone better in many ways, yeah. Great, good. That is what happens. You've had your bonus action? Any movement? Because
move away from the zombie, which now can't take reactions.
There are now 3 zombies all staring absent-mindedly at this effect floating through the air.
Yes, I would now move back behind the bar.
Sure.
And take another swig of whiskey.
Cool. Dieter will look at this situation. We'll look at the 3 zombies who are muddled, and we'll use a bonus action to command them to stop. As a bonus action, can target skeletons or zombies. Yeah, that's fine. And you see all 3 of them shake themselves out of the stupor. They can't move or take actions, but they are still very much in this fight. However, he can't control his own brother because his brother's not dead. So there's nothing he can do about that. In which case, he's next to Ripple, he's next to Jack, and he reckons that this is going to be some bullshit. So he's going to start swinging. And then I started swinging. Right. One at Jack, one at Ripple. Let's do this. Ugh. 12 to hit you, Jack.
Nope. Again, I just spit alcohol in his face.
As you spit alcohol into the face, you realize that there's not much reaction from that. Almost like Dieter's not really alive. Good. Right, and then Ripple, there is a big 2-handed greatsword swinging out at you. 22.
Correct, that does hit.
Awesome.
Silvery burbs.
Ah. How do you silvery burbs? What is your silvery burb?
I blow a very dissonant scale on my horn.
Okay, cool. Roll again. Oh, 25 to hit.
Yes.
Sorry.
I tried. Tony's horn is not as lucky as he thought.
Sorry, mate.
Who gets the advantage off your spell, though?
Yeah.
That's true. I will give that to Mickey Brook.
Mickey Brook.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mick has done something very impressive and deserves to be rewarded.
Okay. 12 points of damage to you, Ripple, as the great sword, which has bones on it. Like, this person couldn't be more theme if they tried. And he will hold his sword ready and look at you and look at Jack and just be like, like, this is clearly his jam. Montana.
I'm going to punch a zombie twice.
I'm going to punch a zombie. Go for it.
Do I fairy the fire still up, right?
Yeah, advantage, please.
Advantage. As Harrison Ford does some punching and some pointing.
Point and then punch.
Get out of my tower. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits, of course it does.
Uppercut into the chin and
nice.
Is a that's something that's 6
damage. Yeah, you crack the zombie that is on you in the chin. It's very clearly hurt. That it did not like that.
And I'll come in with the second fist.
Right hook. In
the background, we can hear the horns. It is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits. Yeah, absolutely. The zombie.
It's the right hook.
Crunch in the face.
That's better. That's my strong fist with a 9. I've got a strong fist.
Please don't. Good.
Please don't have a strong fist.
If one is stronger than the other. Any bonus actions? Any bonus actions you want to add on to the attacks that you've got or anything like that?
I think, with that, I will... They're just scratching with their fists. They don't have weapons.
Nope. Claws.
Cool. I'm going to grapple it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do I get to roll against it, or is it automatic grapple when you hit?
I think it might be... It's contested, but that would be my bonus action to grapple it.
Okay. Roll me a athletics to grapple, and I'll roll athletics or acrobatics to defend. I think it has to be athletics for you. Yes, Zamboni, you are stronger than you are dexterous.
Beautiful. 21.
Yeah. How do you want to grapple it? So you punch it twice and then what? Grab it in a sleeper hold? Or
Yeah, just choking it out.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Good, lovely. Excellent. Right. We move on to Ripple.
Okay. Bonus action. Dieter's right in front of me.
Dieter is right in front of you, and he is standing there with his big bone mask, and he's looking at you angrily.
So glad you said mask. Bonus action. Vow of enmity. I'm going to say you'll get whatever is coming to you, and with the zombie arm that's in my hand, I'm going to attack twice. Vow of enmity gives me advantage on both attacks.
Now, a zombie arm is an improvised weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything special in improvised weapons?
I don't believe so.
Then you are technically not proficient with it.
Okay.
But it's a D4. It's a D4 for damage.
So my proficiency is +3, so I'll -3 off whatever this is.
It's basically just a strength roll. An attack roll. No, you're not proficient with limb.
Sadly, no. So wait.
At least you're armed.
Hey.
Correct. Well, first was a natural 1. That's just not hit. Oh no, that's not with advantage though.
Yeah, you roll with advantage because of the fairy fire. Yeah.
Second one, natural 1.
You're kidding! 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Wow.
I hit myself with the arm.
No. You hit with the arm, and the arm just shatters.
Shit!
Like the whole thing just tears apart on this bone armor. It's not a weapon. It's an arm.
Okay, well that's my third natural 1, but my other roll was a 16, so I guess this would be with a punch if I don't have a weapon in my hand.
Punching is just 1 damage plus your strength mod.
Yeah. So that'd be 4 points of bludgeoning damage, I believe. I can't divine strike with my fist. It has to be an actual weapon, I believe.
Now, we could have a long discussion about the rules of whether a melee weapon attack counts as a fist counts if you're a monk or not. I'm going to say, screw the rules. Would you like to divine strike on this?
I would like to second level. Are they undead? Is my question.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So let's see how much.
Cackham.
Let's see how much damage that is. That would be 14 points of.
On top of the 4.
On top of the 4.
Crunch. You punch them in the face and your divine fury, which presumably because you're Ripple, what does it look like?
That's a great question. I think based on her experiences in life, there's a lot of like egg themed things. So like a kind of fig egg appears, and then there's a little head that comes out that just kind of bites it as my punch happens.
It's got an alien in the mouth coming in.
Oh yes.
Go figure.
Nice.
Dieter will stumble back as you punch him in the face with an alien extra punch. Like you punch and then little fist comes out the end of it as well.
Yep.
Right. Love it. Awesome. Stumbles back towards the window, maybe. Good. Right. The lift has gone upstairs with Klaus and Mr. Orinoco, and none of you know what's happening upstairs. A lift door will open because Franz was violently pressing the button, but Franz doesn't go in, just stands there while the door just opens. Just so you're all aware, Michigan.
So, would it be possible to catch some zombies that are not hypnotized?
They're not hypnotized because of Dieter's zombie controlling ability.
Okay, fantastic. So it doesn't matter.
On the plus side, Dave doing that does mean you didn't get Burning Smited or whatever it's called on top of that, because Dieter's got some skills, but unfortunately the bonus action was used to make zombies behave.
In which case, can I get a number of zombies and the big one with the bones in a 5-foot cube? I know it's not huge, but
5-foot cube?
Yeah.
A 5-foot cube. I would allow you to the bone zone. I would allow you to catch Dieter and one other zombie. One of the ones attacking Jack or Ripple.
Okay. I think Ripple out of those two options has taken the most damage. I think has taken some damage.
Sorry for the podcast listeners. Liz's expression was one of a shrug, and Josh's expression was one of probably not me. Please continue.
So I will go into my pockets for one of these shards of glass. I kind of hold it in the air and it floats in front of me, and then I do that kind of pinching thing as if I'm zooming in on something, and the shard expands in size, and then I use both of my hands and I draw them out, and it turns into a cloud of daggers.
Got Minority Report in here as well. This is great. It's not 80s though. We'll have to dock you some points.
Philip K. Dick, though. So
it's Philip K. Dick, though. We'll give you that. Okay, Sean, you have some points back.
To the wrong person.
Hi, sci-fi lawyer.
So yeah,
I've cast this
shards.
Yeah, great.
Of daggers.
Amazing.
So the point is obviously on them. It's at the start of its turn.
Sure.
No, there is no save. When it enters or starts in the zone.
Oh, filth! I do like spells like that. Great.
Yes.
One of the zombies attacking, I think the one attacking Ripple, will be affected by this, and it is now their turn. Unless you have any bonus action, anything you want to do on your turn, Mick.
Having cast a spell, I don't think there's anything I can do with my bonus. So yes, it will just be the amount of damage that it takes.
We'll roll that because it is now the Zombies' turns.
14 points of slashing damage.
Ripple, there's a zombie in front of you that was attacking you, and as you punch and also Fig Alien punch, the big one, the zombie will just lean forward, and suddenly just a cloud of shards of glass will just eviscerate it. It just like minces it in the air, and it will fall to the ground wetly. There are screams of disgust and dismay from the audience of people who are not warriors. Good. Right. One down. The zombie seeing its friend die. Zombies don't care. The one attacking you, Mick, will keep attacking you.
Me?
Yes.
Cool. Do it.
Let's have the fucking attack rolls. There it is. Right. 16?
Nope. My mage armor makes me 17.
Unbelievable.
Dex is my highest stat.
It will swipe out at you. I think this time it will impact you. It will actually manage to hit you, but just... And it... Look at confusion. This zombie's Gunter. This zombie's the really big one who's surprised, already fallen over into flies that did nothing, and has already tried to do something that did nothing. He's just flailing at you wildly now, trying to get some kind of understanding of the situation. There we go. It's a 19.
I would like to use my entropic ward to impose disadvantage on that roll.
Oh, sure. Okay. 7.
Yep. Nope.
How does your entropic ward work?
I think it's kind of like I just kind of my eye kind of twitches, and I see where it's going. I look into its mind, and I realize what it's trying to do, and I just make sure I'm not where it thinks I'm going to be.
Gunter is he's a zombie, so he doesn't really have expressions or feelings, but you get the sense that he is dismayed. Good. Jack, the one attacking you, is still alive and is going to keep trying to attack you.
Oh, no.
There we go. Another 19. And a 21. Everything's going my way. 5 points of damage and another 6, so 11 total, as the zombie starts to shred you. Right. The other zombies. The one on Ripple is very dead. Tony, the one on you is not dead, and you moved away. It's going to scrabble after you, having no longer being confused by your little magic tricks, is going to make an attempt to slash out at you.
I'm not even attempting to hide.
13.
Nope.
12.
Nope.
These zombies suck. Cool, you're fine.
I fend it off with my whiskey bottle.
Montana, the one that you've grappled, it can still attack you while grappled. Is going to attempt to attack you while grappled. Desperately. Okay. Ooh! Heavens, that's it. Right. Ooh! Natural 20. I think it reaches back behind one shoulder. You're not there because that's a 7. Reaches back behind the other one and just hits you right in the face with claws.
Ah!
Right in the face. We have a... Oh, it's not that bad. 8 points of damage. Does it crit you in the face?
Nice.
I'm sorry, that's just what happens.
I got hit by necrotic damage. I'm very bloodied.
Well, luckily Franz is now entranced by things that no one else is entranced by, so Franz is out of this fight. I put a big X next to Franz. That's what's happening now. There's an X next to Franz. McGlover.
Question.
Answer.
I am wearing a belt.
Congratulations, your trousers are up.
Yes. Could we say that the buckle was made out of iron?
What else are we made out of?
I might say steel, but iron.
Steel is tempered iron. It's just
It's fine.
the same thing, yeah.
I am so in the whole kerfuffle of what's going on. Just before the zombie attacked me, I'm going to reflavor how I dodged Dieter's attack.
Okay.
I slid underneath the blade and sort of lit a cigarette as I went underneath and let the flame touch the steel, and I'm going to cast heat metal on it and then slide into the zombie who's attacking me.
Why does your belt buckle matter?
Because I needed iron as well, so I've got my hand on the iron, cigarette in my mouth.
So you're touching your groin while putting flames on another man.
Yes. I'm doing it on his greatsword, and I'm going to look to Ripple and say, when he drops that, pick it up.
Since when is that standard procedure, Jack?
I don't have any damn grenades. The next best thing is touching my crotch.
Of course it is.
That's the quote from this episode, there's no question. Good, right. So you have, the sword is now hot. What happens on his turn, yeah?
He automatically takes 2d8 fire damage, which is 13.
Okay.
And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, he will drop it. If he succeeds, he has disadvantage on any attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Okay. The sword smokes ominously. David. I'm sorry, Naked Toe.
Behind the bar, would there be novelty cocktail sticks?
Yeah.
Or dare I say kebab skewers?
No, novelty cocktail sticks.
Cool. Can I use one as a rapier? Probably not going to attack with it, but I'd just like to have it.
That kind of 80s film where he'd be like, on guard!
I reckon if you give me some time, I can make you a rapier out of them.
I've played Knifey Spoony before.
All right, David, I'll tell you what. You can have a cocktail stick. It's one of the plastic ones that's slightly more longer living than the other ones, and it's in sort of neon green. It's got flamingo on the end of it. It does not count as a rapier. That's crazy talk. It does count as a dagger.
That's fair. I mean, I am very small. Just hasty hobbit. No, that's totally fair. It's mainly just I've got it.
Hang on a minute. The Lord of the Rings is the 90s. Even if you're small, a cocktail stick is not the length of a rapier. Even a small rapier.
I was thinking of those novelty ones that you see in like posh martinis with like the crossguard on the end. But I can see it as a dagger.
No, I see. Tell you what, it's one of
those.
Use
deception to convince myself it's a rapier.
No, you can't deceive yourself. I mean, you can, but not in this game.
No, that's the truth. I can't deceive myself.
Tell you what. You've convinced me, short sword. All right.
Cool. Banging. For all that, I'm not actually going to attack with a short sword.
Okay.
But it's just a nice knowing I have the option.
You have the option. Yes, you do. You have it. The option is yours.
Yeah. I'm going to say to the zombie, were you this incompetent when you... Hang on, wait. I'm going to say to the zombie...
Yes.
Were you this incompetent in life as you are in death? On guard! And I will flourish the sword, but cast Vicious Mockery!
What's the save?
Wisdom.
Well, this very, very wise zombie is going to roll, and we'll see what happens. Nope. That's what happens. Nope. Go on, Mr. Devon.
Takes 6 sidekick and has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yeah, no problem. Cool.
Bonus action, who was looking pretty hurt?
Out of this bunch, I think Montana's taken the most hits because he's got the necrotic bolt from Franz.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I can for Montana and just whap in a healing word.
Dave, what I remember, can you roll me some con? No, Hypnotic Pan doesn't require con saves. It just happens and then that's it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Healing word. Have 8 heals.
Beautiful. Thank you kindly.
Right. Dieter is still holding his sword and is going to roll a con save to keep his sword because he likes his sword, damn it.
Is he also standing in a field of glass?
He is still standing in a field of glass. He rolls an 8 on a con save, so he drops the sword.
Broken glass, you say? Everyone take your shoes off.
Chris, you're right. Hypnotic pattern is concentration.
Oh, can you roll me some there was at least one attack that got
hang
through
on, wait. I didn't actually get hit after I cast the thing because I got hit in the first round.
I think no, you didn't get rolled this round. Fine, it's gone. Tears in the rain. That's the right era. Right, what we got?
That's Sean.
11 slashing damage from glass.
He drops the sword, shouting. Still can shout. Gets slashed to pieces. Notices less. Staggers back further towards the window that's right there behind him. And looking at the whole situation, he is going to... to hell with this. And will reach out a hand. And... con saves from Jack, from Ripple. You're both there. And the Zombonis, do they take damage from this? Are they immune to necrotic? Are they resistant to necrotic? Are they anything to necrotic? No, they are not. So they have to roll as well.
+3 on your save, Jack.
Ooh.
25 from Ripple.
Both of the zombies fail.
Dirty 20 from Jack.
Right. I think you take half, but I have to check the spell first. Excuse me. There it is. Thank you. Half. You take half of this. Good. Good.
I love that Chris is getting more and more German throughout this episode. What is my damage?
What is meinen Tannenbaum?
Your lot's attempts at German are insulting. Good. That is. It would be racist. That would be 12, but unfortunately. German is never mind. 12 points of damage, which is half for you 2 to 6 each. The zombies both take full and collapse into dust as Dieter basically takes all of the health from them and reinvigorates himself by rolling some hit dice. It's Wither and Bloom.
Nice.
But that means more zombies down. Good. Dieter looks reinvigorated, like he's go for days. Montana, it's your turn.
We start with a D4 of damage from the grapple as I just
Absolutely.
slam the zombie's head into the bar. Like,
You've done damage to it. It might do it.
2.
Plus your strength mod. It's plus your strength mod. It's an attack roll.
No, but because when it's grapple, it's just plain.
Oh, it just takes the damage. Okay, it
takes.
You're there going, why don't you die? Still alive, barely.
Why did it have to be zombies?
I'm scared of so many things: sharks, snakes, zombies, porcelain.
Grenades.
With another nat 1, I think if it's okay, I'm covering even more alcohol now. I'm just
The thing is, you're just smashing this zombie into the bar. Nothing's happening. It's just there, it's going. Every time it's bang, bang, bang. It's not taking any damage from this at all.
And then, with a nat 20,
Ooh.
27, as I just I maneuver it over to, like, I don't know, a corkscrew or something, and just slam its head down.
Great, love it, fantastic. It's going to die, Tom. It has very few hit points.
That's fair.
But we want to know by how much.
4 and 4 and 4, 12.
Is there anything clever you can do with the corpse with one of your fighter maneuvers? Can you? Could you throw it?
I think I just yeet the corpse. How far away is Dieter?
By the window?
Yeah.
I'd say he's a good 10 feet away from you.
Could I throw the corpse to try and hit.
Do you have does one of your Battle Master moves allow you to do this?
Well, I could shove, but no, not just shove this corpse towards. No, I don't have a throw. Yeah.
If you can shove with it, if you've got a shoving attack, there's no reason you couldn't use the corpse as basically to shove and push it forward and throw it at him. Why not?
That's what I do.
Corpse, the cue ball.
Yeah. The corpse goes flying towards you. Don't get deep against. Knock the corpse out of the way and step further back towards the window. Good. Right. Thank you.
I will also use my bonus for second wind, as I just have a moment of just going, wow, take off the hat. Do they? All right.
Oh.
As the trumpets play even harder.
As Indy's version of Second Wind, taking the hat off, dusting it off, shaking himself. Again, like the animation from Fortnite, when they put Indy in Fortnite. Tom, is this Fortnite?
This is Fortnite.
Oh dear. I'm sad that I know
most of the damage.
I don't play Fortnite, but obviously if Indiana Jones is in it, along with good friends Goku and everyone's in Fortnite. I'm in Fortnite.
Hans Gruber isn't.
It's
a shame.
It's like Smash Bros, but everything. And they all have guns. Good, Ripple, it's your turn.
Okay, so I see the blade on the floor that was dropped by Dieter, and is it still glowing red hot?
Good question. Jack, is the blade still glowing red hot?
If Ripple goes to pick it up, I will drop concentration.
Ripple is going to use
diggity damn
her free action to pick up the blade.
Now you see, here comes the interesting conundrum. Because
okay.
dropping a weapon is a free action. Picking something up is also a free action.
Oh, okay, cool. So I will pick up the blade.
That's a controversial take.
They're both free actions, which is why the disarming strike is so useless. Because if you'd have to disarm them and then pick up their weapon and go, mine now.
Yeah, you have to kick it away or something.
Throw it away, pick it up and throw it away. Yeah.
May I ask what type of sword it is?
It is a great sword.
Oh, thank God, it's already
covered in bones.
Great, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to move on up to Dieter attacking twice with advantage still because the Vow of Enmity is still up.
I've been telegraphing this heavily. Would you like to attack or do you want to shove Dieter out the window?
See, I'm not going to, but I am going to do what you want me to do. But what Ripple would do is fall out of the window with Dieter, but that's not going to happen today. So I will shove Dieter with a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Are you? It's a shove, which is a contested grapple, technically.
Cool.
Would you get advantage on special attack rolls?
What?
Because a grapple's a special attack roll. You have advantage on attack rolls. Would you still get advantage, even though it's a skill check, effectively?
No, because it's not an attack roll. There's no such thing as a special attack roll. It's a skill check.
18 to shove.
Ooh. The plot, it thickens. 16.
Get away from me, you bitch! And I'm going to shove Dieter, if I may.
Just
out.
Shove out the window. Just
the window.
Shove out the window.
Full on slow motion, the glass goes with him as he falls.
Yes, he does. And we get obviously, it's the 80s, a Wilhelm scream as Dieter goes flying out the window and falls.
Is there a crowd outside yet?
You haven't looked outside yet. You have no idea if there's a crowd outside yet.
But they are just people in the crowd and like, oh no, someone fell.
Are the FBI coming?
I mean, let's not face it. The FBI were fucking useless. That was kind of the point. You haven't looked outside yet. I'm not giving away the story points I've already made, which you've ruined half of. So, no. You don't look out the window. You can't see. He just goes flying out the window. And as he does anyone go and look? Actually, Ripple, you could probably look out the window. You're right there. Down below, there are a ton. It's a long way down, but you can see a ton of Water Davian City Watch around the base of the tower. And suddenly, the zombies all around you just collapse.
Let's get the hell out of here. Is the wizard still at the lift trying to get into it?
No, wizard's standing there looking off into the middle distance. La, la,
oh, yeah.
La. Oh, no, sorry, it's German.
Okay.
La, 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 la.
Can I... Are we out of combat now?
Very good time on holiday. Yes.
Okay.
if we're out of combat, can I just sort of gently take him by the shoulders and move him towards the window?
Come on, love. Come on.
I also pick up my lighter. I'm like, also, we could just...
Not to be that person, but who was it that was concentrating on the spell keeping them in the trance?
Naked Tony.
Cool. Good. Just making sure.
I got a better idea, Montana. Why don't we put him near the window, set him on fire, then push him out?
You're singing from Iron Book.
Idaho from behind you goes, Can we not just arrest him? Don't murder him.
Well, like you murdered your wife, Idaho.
Guys, come on. Remember when we were kids? When life was fresh and fun and... What happened to you? When did you start setting people on fire and kicking them off buildings? We can take him downstairs. There's guard downstairs. For some reason, they're not coming up. Presumably there's some kind of elaborate plot thing down there that means they can't come upstairs, but they're not here now.
Like when we were... yeah, just...
In the background, just...
Like when we were young, racing vehicles, doing crime. No.
As I push him out, I just flick my cigar at him and he just...
Wow, you are the absolute worst. Okay, cool.
Okay, upstairs.
Oh, we gotta go save him, I think.
Are we the baddies?
Absolutely not. I go into people's holy sites, take it away, and don't let them see it again. I'm a good man.
There's a loud smash behind you as half of the wall caves in.
Right.
Let's ponder this on the ascent.
Those of you who aren't fighters, I suggest you go downstairs right now and get the hell out of here. Let the guard know that the heroes are taking care of things.
Idaho looks at you and goes, "Don't worry, I've got it. I'll take him downstairs." Sorry.
Hold on. Yes.
What a hero.
I'll take him downstairs. I'll make sure.
Yeah. And, come on, Idaho. To the point.
Yeah. I like to see that that's a family trait that you all have.
I'll find out why the guards can't come up either. That seems a problem. I'll find out what's going on. Because there is a reason. I'm sure someone thought of an elaborate reason why this whole situation could take place. And anyway, Idaho will go off.
So, seems unlikely.
I heard there was someone with grenades in their vest.
Idaho will start ferrying people to the lift. They can all fit. So if you want to take one lift up, the other lift will go up and down.
Do we quickly want to sort of like loot the zombies, get ourselves some gear before we go upstairs completely unarmed?
The zombies wear no armor and carry no weapons because Chris thought ahead.
I guess now with the luxury of not being in a combat situation, we can't look more in depth to see if there's a bag of holding that we may have previously missed.
Oh, yeah.
There isn't.
What? So the zombies weren't carrying any weapons, but were they clothed? Did any of them have any belts?
Why
Could we fasten belts together? Could we fasten some belts together to make a whip?
I mean, I could just take my belt off and give it to him if you want.
Sounds like a good
Please
time,
don't, because your trousers will fall down.
It's a good idea, Mick. It reminds me of the last time Jack and I went drinking.
I was beltless through most of that.
All right, Sean, I will allow you can take various belts, stick them together to make the world's worst cat of nine tails. That's fine.
Cool. I will probably offer it to Montana.
As a floppy belt goes... that'll do.
And can I kick a table leg?
Never used a whip before.
Well, because it's made of belts, because it's still sort of like...
You can still crack it, because anything that has the ability to curve will be able to crack. Yeah.
Okay.
And can I kick a table leg off so that I've got some sort of club?
It's a rudimentary club. I'll allow that, so you can use your main attack roll for that.
There are plenty of cocktail sticks if anyone wants one.
Daggers for most of you, short sword for Tony, because Tony's so small. You were halfling or a gnome, Dave? I can't remember.
Halfling.
There we go.
I'm just going to place my hand on Jack's shoulder and say, the dropping sword thing was a good move, and I'm going to give you it's only 4 points of health, but every little helps. It's all
Thank you very much.
Montana's still bleeding from the eyes. I'm just putting it out there for everybody.
Yes, but we can't do anything about this.
Fine, I will go over onto Montana and lay my hands on you for... How dead are you? Are you 30 points worth of dead?
More like 35 points of dead.
Well, you've only got 30, so 30's coming your way.
Okay.
Am I gonna go visceral body? No, I'm not.
Go on, take my eye.
I'm just going to place my hand over your face, which is slowly going to get the appearance of like a face hugger. And you will feel much more revived after that. Breathing was an issue, but you're fine now. Everything's fine.
A hand vagina?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I, before we go upstairs, can I pick up an ashtray? Some of the thicker...
I mean, it's very conscientious of you to be ashing in a correct place.
I'd like to pick up an ashtray,
Sure.
some of the cocktail sticks, some of the thicker ones, if we can get a hold of those, as well as...
Josh, no cocktail stick in the world is that thick. That's a cocktail branch. That's...
Okay, I'll take one of the belts, and I would assume that we've cut some of the belt. One of the belt. I'll take a little nipple strap so it fits around my wrist.
He's getting away upstairs. I'm just saying.
I know.
But we need more belts, Chris. We need more belts.
It's not like he's got a helicopter.
Isn't it?
Belt business is on, and I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going to cast something which involves making a speech for a minute.
I remind you
about belts
that the villain is getting away.
Okay.
Everyone, I remind you that the villain is getting away. And in the fullness of time, we will take action. We will stop said villain. We will be once again the heroes we know we can be.
I'm pressing
that is
the
a very
button.
good whip.
I'm so reminded of Ed Miliband for some reason, and I don't know why.
Just stringing belts together.
I'm definitely not playing Scanlan.
Definite speech about how the Labour Party can improve. Thank you, Ed. You did a great job.
As we're in the elevator going up, I put the ashtray on my wrist, strap it, put some alcohol in, strap it. I'm basically doing something, making a concoction of things.
Just BT dubs. You all now have 5 temporary hit points and advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Until you lose the 5 temporary.
Until you lose the 5 temporary hit points. It's a complete bollocks of a spell, but I'll never ever cast it, and I'll cast it now.
If it's okay, I might keep the 15 that I've still got from my armor of Agathis.
I don't really care.
You can
all the
choose to
same.
not take temp HP. It's fine.
You can choose to not be motivated by my motivational speech. Completely invalidating my raison d'etre.
I didn't even look up as I was making my belt whip.
I mean, I understand. He's a man of singular focus.
Hey, I was listening. You
Would anyone else like to avoid the plot any further?
I would like to get some
Oh my
belts. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good. The lift is right there. You can all head up in it. Where are you going? There are many floors above you.
Are there any air ducts?
No, we had
Okay.
air ducts in a different Christmas
Fine.
adventure this
Yeah,
year,
we're
so
not
there's
allowed.
no air ducts in the Dice Hard one. I'm sorry.
Gutted.
Can I be kind of using my copper wire that I managed to retrieve earlier? Callback. I'm kind of pointing around. I'm trying to get the hostage, whose name I totally know, Mr.
Orinoco.
Orinoco.
And I'm trying to catch
Like,
Orinoco and
Orinoco. There's a whole song by Enya. Yeah.
I
It's also,
know.
it's also a river. Like it's sail away.
Banger.
Anyway, go find our man.
What would you like to do, Sean?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to kind of to get him with message so that I can.
Yeah, Sean, you won't.
Oh.
I won't. Good.
Oh no.
I think he's dead. Should we just go down?
We do have a lot of belts to sell.
Oh my god!
I don't know about you lot, but I'm already in the elevator.
We're all in the elevator.
Where are you going?
I don't know. The roof.
I don't know.
The top floor. It's always the top
Let's go
floor.
to
Go to the top
It's off
floor.
the top.
It's got to be the roof.
Start the top, work our way down.
We were trying to find a plot reason to know where we were going, and we were told that they were dead.
Sean! What do you want me to do? His corpse sings "Sail Away." Right. As you head upstairs, you open the lift door, and oh look, it's Mr. Orinoco, very dead.
Oh no.
Told you.
The necklace is still there.
Oh.
In front of you, in front of Mr. Orinoco, is what appears to be set into the wall some kind of massive vault,
My God, they're trying to rob the vault.
which is empty.
Oh. Well.
Each hand the necklace.
Sure.
Swoop.
I mean, it's a priceless family heirloom, but you go ahead.
Well, I want to make sure I can return it to,
The museum.
Next
Correct.
of kin.
Yes.
or whatever.
Is Mr. Klaus anywhere?
No, he's not.
I will put on the necklace.
It's very
Just
fetching.
for safekeeping.
Very fetching, yes. Nothing.
Well, we tried.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Are you going to head to the roof? There are stairs to go to the roof.
Yes.
Well, always try and get on the roof. Every time you stay in the hotel, go on the roof.
I mean, technically, a very good point was raised as to we could just go.
Are we going to be trying? Are we seeing this through? And if so, are we trying to be sneaky at this, or are we just going to go in guns blazing?
I'm going in guns blazing. I quite like this guy. I mean, I only spoke to him for one sentence, but I felt like a lifelong connection to him, so I'm going upstairs.
I mean, if you've got guns,
he was very warm and friendly. Some would say surprisingly so. No one's
These
got
people
guns.
made me spill my drink. They must go down.
Okay, guns blazing it is. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to enhance the sound of my voice, which literally I just touch the kind of side of my neck, and it's like I'm speaking through a loudspeaker. Mister, I don't know your name, but we're coming for you. Whoever you are.
You there. Coming for you.
Mr. Firebolts.
You really nailed that
There are stairs.
intimidation, Mick.
This is
lava.
If I was wearing boots, I'd be quaking in them right now.
This is how hard the elevator goes. From here, there's stairs to go up. You go up the stairs.
To be fair, my Cloak of Flies does give me disadvantage on all charisma rolls checks except for intimidation, so...
Are the flies still there?
Do you want to roll it? I mean, he can't see the flies, so I will not allow an intimidation.
They are still there. They literally do nothing.
That sounds like a man who is buzzing.
I don't like infestations, Mick. We've talked about this. I don't handle infestations well. If I had a flamethrower, I'd be reaching for it right now.
Dear God.
I don't know where they come.
The intimidation roll. Flat.
Put my arm behind my back.
It is a 2 on the dice for a total of 1.
There is no reply. Do you go up the stairs?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank God. Right. As you head up the stairs, you reach the roof. The roof is flat. Weirdly. Up here, it looks like there's a variety of different, like, smallish spaces for flying mounts and that sort of thing, but they're all empty.
Do they have H written on the
There is an H written on for hippogriff,
Yep.
yes.
Got you.
Yeah. What else would be up there? And you don't see anyone, and you don't see any flying creatures at all.
Maybe he's gone.
Well,
that's what I'd assume.
Come on.
May I, please?
That's me. I'm talking to myself, but you can do what you like. It's fine. No, please do things. I'm just rolling. I'm just rolling.
Can I look over the edge to see if he might be abseiling down the building?
You can. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
9.
Also 9.
Yeah.
11.
14.
Sorry, my audio skipped out. What's the roll?
Passive perception, please.
Oh. 12.
We hit
14.
things.
Mick, you hear a footstep behind you, behind all 5 of you. Everyone else is looking out and looking down, but no one's looking at the stairs you just came up.
Good. I will whip around, but not with a whip because I gave the whip away. So I will chair leg around.
There's a rather scared-looking person you don't recognize trying to go down the stairs. Susan goes, "Oh God, who are you with? Are you with them?"
Do I believe that this is the baddie in?
I know it's in the movie. I understand it's in the movie.
Also in the movie,
roll
they
me an
never
insight check.
They never saw each other in the movie. That's why it works. We've seen him. We know what he looks like.
He's cast disguise self, Tom. He has cast disguise self. This works.
Who does he look like now?
Some woman.
Make it Tony.
I got a 7. I
can't call them some women. They have names.
I got a 13.
You don't know who this person is.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Feel free to keep going.
Ma'am, you have to get out of here. It's crawling with...
I know, I came up here to get away from them all because I heard noises and then I came up here. But thank you. I'll go now. Thank you. We'll start heading down the stairs.
I wonder if he turned invisible, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Did you happen to see anyone up here, madam?
No one is.
Stupid goatee. Anything like that?
You
Really
sound
ugly.
very honest.
As you cast
Reason
I don't trust her. I really don't.
You're right. We shouldn't let a woman go unaccompanied downstairs.
As you cast
From the
Detect Magic,
1940s. We should go
Jack, as you cast Detect Magic, you can see that this is an illusion as the person disappears down the stairs.
After that person quickly, they got an illusion on them.
Oh shit, that one again.
As you all run towards the stairs, you hear
The Benny Hill theme tune.
no a rumble beneath your feet because the roof was set to explode. You've seen them. I will give you all an opportunity to look for some kind of way to not die. You can roll perception checks, you can ask me if things are there that may or may not be there, but this roof, you get the strong sense, is about to blow!
Sure. Perception check, just to see what we can...
Sure. Roll your perception check, Tom. Why not?
May I investigate to see if I can find a somewhere that will be structurally sound enough that it will be a safer place to kind of stand?
Sure, roll an investigation check. Tom, what was a perception check?
15.
15. You see that on the side of the roof, because it does sort of expand out slightly to make space for all the stuff on top of it, there is a really well-placed, what looks like a hose, maybe designed to be connected to some kind of water system, you're not sure, that you might be able to use.
I rolled a natural 20.
The center of the tower. If the explosion comes from the center of the tower, it'll probably collapse outwards and down. However, because of the collapsing outwards and down, if you can get as close as you can to the center of the tower, if you're lucky, the center of the tower will fall down and not out.
I will shout this to my friends and say, I'm going towards the blast.
I'll come with you.
Oh, hell yeah, why not?
I found a hose.
Montana's running for hose.
It's like a big whip.
Well, I mean, I could throw myself off the side of this building and be fine, but sure, fuck it.
What are you doing? You're in the middle as well.
I mean,
David, you can do
I don't want to live
whatever
without my
you
friends.
You can do whatever you want, babe.
I don't want to live without my friends.
And H stands for friendship. Good. Right. You run to the center of the H along with the others to the middle of the explosion. Seems bizarrely strange thing to do. And yet, with a loud crack and a boom, the top of this tower starts to crack open as an explosion rocks the entire thing and pieces of it start to fall off. Montana, the bit you're on starts to swing out wildly. Are you leaping for the hose?
Yep.
Roll me.
Roll for hose.
Roll for hose.
Athletics.
Sure.
As the horns get louder and louder, and come on, no. 12.
Okay.
Okay.
It's above a 10. You grab the end of the hose and are now swinging wildly out as the pieces of building clutch around. You just go wildly swinging around the outside of this tower.
No!
Da, da, da.
Right. The four of you, you're standing in the center of this tower. Roll me a dexterity saving throw because this tower is, the tops of the top is
3.
exploding in 3. Sorry.
Sorry, +3. +3 to your save.
Oh, plus
You're
3.
nearly-
So us 3. Like, who's not there?
Even
That's
with the plus.
I was just going to say 18 from me.
Is that plus a 3?
Yes.
Right.
9. And that is plus the 3.
Oh, no.
I spent a little bit too long to...
What was that, Dave?
12.
12.
20.
20. Okay, you all managed to stand your ground, apart from Mick, who's pointing out where to stand as the piece you are standing on cracks and you start sliding and falling and you are falling off the side of the building. However, your brother is swinging by. Da, da, da. Roll me another athletics check, Tom, and make it decent.
Bravo!
What do we get?
So 1.
Can I inspire you?
I would if you could, yes.
Why would you roll?
It's a 1 for 8.
Can I play an inspiring theme?
play my horns.
You did say it wouldn't be an 80s film unless one of the brothers dies, didn't you?
No, I didn't say that.
I think that was said. So
Yeah, but I think that was more the bad guy brothers.
No, this is the twist in the tale. This is actually M. Night Shyamalan's version of Die Hard.
No, it wasn't all a dream. Right. Tom, that's currently an 8. David, do you want to inspire him?
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to use it or not.
hey, I'd quite like to save one of my 20 brothers. Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
You've got 52 brothers.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, you have 51 brothers technically.
Technically, yeah. So what am I adding?
Sorry,
D8.
Sorry, just a minute. John, Puerto Rico. Right. Good. Go. Roll. Add that extra D8. Hope it's above a 2.
I mean, +4 for 12.
You just grab hold of Mick's hand as you both start swinging around wildly. The three of you that are still on the roof. The Brooks brothers are out for the count, but the three of you, the stairs are exposed from where this explosion happened, and the center of the tower is still there. You can still chase after Klaus if you wish to.
Is this, by the way, but the point at which I mysteriously break 2 of the fingers on my hand as I kind of clasp onto my brother?
What? Is this a reference?
Blade Runner.
Does he break 2 fingers on his hand for no reason?
Yeah. Roy pulls his arm through the plasterboard and then breaks 2 of his fingers.
Oh, gross. That's awful. Okay.
I did my research.
That's good research.
I watched a film.
Nice.
Hey, there's no tears in the rain quote in this one. I'm sorry, folks. It just doesn't quite.
Give us time.
Naked Tony realizes that he dropped his whiskey bottle in all the excitement and now has bleeding feet because of stepping on the glass.
Lovely, very good. The stairs are there if you want to try and head down and catch Klaus before he escapes.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna chase him.
Because at this point, Klaus has got what he wanted. Everyone will think he died in the explosion and can get away with all of the wealth. Because
He
that's
hasn't
the
got this.
plot of Dice Hard. Hasn't got.
But I'm going to give it to him.
I was like, okay.
My necklaess.
Oh, God, okay.
Oh,
That's...
boy.
You forgot.
I'm going to give him my
That's
waffle.
not what the hand gesture implied.
That does not mean
This is
necklace.
international sign for necklace.
Yes, this necklace. Yeah, very good.
I'm holding the big stone.
I'm holding my necklace and jerking it round wildly. There we go. Right. Other three of you heading down the stairs, or do you want to just try and save your friends? Because they're currently hanging by a hose. They're hanging by
They've
a
been in
hose.
worse scrapes than this. They'll be fine.
I'm gonna chase after Klaus.
How far, down the building are we currently? Have we made it quite a way, or
No.
is it still...
Like, there's only blew up the top level, so the floor where Orinoco's body was is now exposed. You can basically you can run down where the stairs were there. There are still elevators going up and down, but as you look, there's no elevators going up or down. They appear to be, there's no elevators going at this point at this level, so it looks like Klaus couldn't take the elevator.
Do we still have the belt? The long belt?
I think Montana's got the long belt.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, we'll follow down the stairs. We'll follow down the stairs.
If Montana and Mick wanted to let go, I could feather for you.
We probably know you can do that.
Yeah, you got the option of doing
So
that.
there was no threat of death ever. You could have featherfalled them at any time, and you just chose to wait till now to tell us?
Yeah.
Well, we have to know he's there first, rather than just go, well, he'll catch us. No, he won't.
Well, I mean, it really depends on whether I had a small feather or a piece of down in my pocket.
I mean, you managed to conceal a saxophone somewhere on your person. I'm going to assume that if you can conceal a saxophone, you can conceal a feather.
Nakatoni is not very smart, but okay.
Kazoo has a small feather in it. Maybe you can handle Kazoo as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Are you going to catch them with a feather fall as you run?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. The three remaining are running down the stairs, and you're looking for Klaus.
I have a special plan. It won't work, but if it works, it'll be so sweet.
Three of you running down. You run. There's floors. You could look on the floors, or you could keep running down. What's the plan? What are you doing? There's tension and stress. The music will add tension and stress.
I don't think he would stay here. I think he would just keep on going.
I reckon so. I mean, I still got my detect magic up like a radar. It's going around. Hopefully, you still got that.
I used to have one of those, Jack. I had one that you held in, and it would tell you where things were.
Klaus, you forgot the amulet.
There is no reply. Didn't want the amulet, he wanted money. Because he's Hans Gruber, all he wants is money.
Right. Am I getting any pings from any magic?
Magic? 30 feet, speed, movement. You'll occasionally get a ping on the very edge of your radar that something ahead you is moving. Like, you all have the same speed, my friends. If you're dashing, you all have the same speed. So you gotta do something. Gotta do something.
Ah, fuck it. I jump over the edge.
You're inside the tower now. What do you...
We're in a staircase, aren't we?
Oh, I see. Does the staircase have a hole in the middle? Interesting.
It's
Let's say
80s,
it does.
surely.
I think it's fun. Let's say it does. Jack, you yeet yourself over the edge. Why not?
As I fly down, I take my belt off and sort of wrap it around my hands. So
Your trousers fall down.
That's fine. I'm flying free. I go commando, people.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yes.
No, you don't, because that would be an R rating. This is a PG-13. Put some pants on.
We had
right, it's audio
earlier. I
descriptive,
think it's gone.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so you pull your. What are you doing with your belt?
I've got it, so if I come across like a railing or something sticking out from the
Must
explosion.
use that turn of phrase. Are you going to try and hang on to a railing with your belt?
Yeah, well, doing it with my shoulders, I don't think I'm going to get the grip, but yeah, or him. If I can find him, I'll just wrap it around his neck and him.
I believe in you, Jack. I'm not
80s
sure
logic.
why, but go for it.
Rom, make me an attack roll disadvantage as you fall past Klaus.
An attack roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Could I do something else instead? I have one spell slot left.
Sure.
I'm thinking as I fall past him, I'm just going to whip the belt into his face and use that as a thunder wave to cause him to go backwards into the stairs to try and stop him.
That means you won't grab hold of him.
Yes.
So you will fall many floors.
Oh yeah, just grab hold of him then. Okay, attack roll disadvantage. I don't know what I'm doing.
In for a penny.
Well, so if this misses, you're falling for many floors.
How come my thing ain't working?
She camera
Oh, there it is. There we go. That is a natural 1 for a 4.
Yes.
Yeah,
you have a
sorry, mate.
brother
On
who
a
can
natural
grab
one,
your
I'm not even going to
hands?
try and save you.
It's fine.
It's too. You jumped off when my back was turned.
How far down did you fall?
30 feet.
Because
He's about 30 feet down.
Right, so when we rewound, sorry, when we were in the fight and I divine smite-rated, I only used 3d8. I didn't use a 4d8 at the second, which would have been my last second spell attack. So, what I would like to do, full on Ellen Ripley style, is Misty Step to just underneath Jack and kick him with my feet, falling backwards and undoing my belt, and hopefully reaching out for a railing.
Sean, should we take our belts off?
Let's just check.
Yes.
Just check. I want to check a couple of rule things with you. When you take your belt off, your trousers will fall down, just to make sure we're agreed on that.
Ellen Ripley walks around in her underwear all the time. It's literally canon. It is fine.
Cool. Then in which case I'm fine with that.
Do I need to roll for my belt whipping?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I rolling?
I don't know. Belt whipping is not a D&D roll that I'm aware of.
Is it a save?
No. It's a grapple.
Right pound.
Hang on. Are you trying to grab Jack, who is grabbing with his belt onto Klaus, or are you trying to grab a bit of railing?
I'm trying to grab a bit of railing after I've used my legs to kind of push back from Jack, so hopefully give him a push towards Klaus.
Okay. So what you're going to do is give Jack advantage on the attack roll that he just made, which was a 1.
Correct.
Which, okay.
Disadvantage. So
It was a
it'll be flat.
disadvantage, so it's a flat roll now. Right, let's do that first. Ripley, how do you Misty Step? What's the visual on your Misty Step?
Okay, so you know when in Alien she's running down the corridors and she's kind of scared? That happens, so you literally see her run down a corridor that is through space. For her it's happening in real time, but for the rest of you it's really quick. So she's kind of running and looking behind her and I guess holding a flamethrower that isn't actually there. And then she ends up backwards, doing a backwards Pocahontas as she kicks Jack and begins to fall herself, but is readying her belt to latch on to the railing.
I mean, there's no lava at the bottom of this stairwell, but let's just say there is. Good. Jack, let's give me another athletics roll. This time it's flat because of Ripple's sacrifice. Potentially.
Athletics, just flat?
Flat athletics. Flatletics.
Flatletics.
Oh, damn it.
I also love that it was like a limit break. Where it was like, here's a shortcut scene as I do my attack.
That's a 6.
Oh, for goodness sake. Do you have a brother who can help you? Does anyone else?
Some people just don't deserve to live. Right. Jack, you whip out, you get your pick from behind. If anything, it makes you top tail and just fall over, and your trousers have fallen down. Ripple, you've taken your belt off, your trousers have also fallen down. Please roll me a grapple check, because you're trying to grab onto the banister, not trying to attack somebody.
Okay, athletics?
Yes, please.
It's a long way down.
That would be 24.
You grab hold of your belt snaps out, and you whoosh, grab hold of the side, and you are now hanging on. Do you try and grab Jack's hand as he falls back? Okay,
yes,
cool.
I do.
Let's have another athletics check from you this time, because Jack appears to be unable to do them.
Oh, come on. That'd be a natural 20. Natural 20 for 26.
Oh,
so now we have, of the 5 adventurers, 4 are currently holding onto something and holding onto someone else who is holding onto something and floating in midair. That's just great.
That's how you do that now, is it?
With the natural 20, could I also hoist Jack onto the stairs?
Yes. That's my dog. Jack, you are on the stairs below where Klaus is running, and Tony, you are still approaching Klaus from above. Right, we're not in initiative or anything, so anything you two would like to do?
Which two?
The two of you that are on... People who aren't hanging off belts! The people who aren't belted!
I'm gonna help Ripple get up. I'm like, come on, let's get up.
Right,
as
fine.
he's running towards us.
Tony, you doing anything while these people are tomfooling around?
So, what's his name?
Klaus.
Klaus, that's right. I wanted to say Hans for some reason.
Look,
so Klaus is sort of running down. There's a big exit there's a big hole in the middle of the stairs.
Yes,
right?
There's a hole down the middle of the stairs. The stairs are on the inside of the elevators. Down. Yeah.
Sure, I'm going to try this. It's not going to work. I'm going to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So firstly, I'm going to need to do my bonus action to take a D8 off, because it's going to be an int save, and who knows. But I'm hoping that Klaus is so distracted that this will work. I want to use Phantasmal Force to make it look as if there's actually an open elevator in the space between the stairs. Now, if this works...
Phantasmal Force makes you believe something does 1d6 damage to you.
No. That's one of the applications.
What? What is this?
So, like, you can make it look like a bridge that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then in which case, let's have an intelligence save minus a d8.
Yeah.
Why not indeed?
And I can even make it play like lift music and give off heat.
He's currently rolled a 21, but minus 8. So that is a 13.
13.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, for some reason, and let me just check that I have got this right. But I'm pretty sure perceivable any to the target for the duration, sounds, temperature, other stimuli, 10 for each cube. Treats the phantasm as if it were real. The target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. For example, a target attempting to walk across a phantasmal bridge that spans a chasm falls once it steps into the bridge. If it survives the fall, it still believes that the bridge exists. So he will now step into the lift and fall.
I think he believes that. I think he probably believes that the elevator breaks and falls. Yeah, because he will look. He'll do the thing he was going to do anyway, which is cast a spell in the direction of. No, it will be Tony. Cast a spell in the direction of Tony. Just look at you and just fire off a spell and go, ha ha! This isn't the last you've seen. Ah! And go leaping off down the hole. Tony, you have to uncontrollably dance. There is no saving throw. for
I wouldn't save it if I could.
12 seconds. Actually, a bit longer than that. 18 seconds.
Victory dance. Victory dance.
Your name was Klaus, and then you fell down.
Wow, it wasn't even close to worth it. Good, right.
But look how much fun David's having.
Yeah.
It's because I know that if I start properly singing, it just gets cut out by Zoom feeds.
His name was Klaus, and then he fell down. It's not. Anyway,
also would get copyright strikes. So
his name was Klaus, and he fell down.
Yes,
that's not a song.
On the sand. No.
As he goes past us, I'm just gonna reach over and go, "Oh no, I could have caught you."
How low can you go as he shouts out, "No"?
That's much better. There you go.
Rabbit case.
Anyway, Klaus falls, disappears. No. You later discover, as you sort out the mess from this situation, that Klaus had a bag of holding with all of your items, among many, many other weapons and armor pieces that were amongst the people downstairs, and was also full of every conceivable amount of money. Wasn't interested in magic artifacts, was interested in cash, cold hard cash. Apparently he was trying to leave a group called the Zentarum. But couldn't, because he died. The people downstairs were killed, and there were zombies in guard uniforms pretending to be guards downstairs while the others came up, and no one knew anything better. Yeah. As you're all sat down, wrapped in tinfoil. I know it's not tinfoil, but you know what I mean. Wrapped in those tinfoil blankets they give you at the end of movies when things are good. Idaho sitting with his brothers, 3 brothers. Anything anyone would like to say for capping this adventure off?
I wonder what Klaus did with that amulet. The mystery.
We'll never know. We'll never know. So, got anyone got plans for New Year's? Or no?
I'm gonna take my fancy new rucksack and take it back to where we live, and
it's true. We all do live together.
We all live together.
Yeah.
My ex-wife's flying in on an airship on New Year's. It's this whole thing.
Can I check? Those of you that lost your belts and therefore trousers, have you put trousers on?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that's the visual.
I think
my trousers off for some reason.
Yeah, we felt left out, so we thought it was that kind of party.
Yeah.
And as you all walk into the sunset, bare asses skinny in the breeze, that's where we will draw to a close.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for watching. This has been the last of our Christmas one-shots. Sad face. From next week, we have 2 brand new shows launching on the channel. It's very exciting. First, on Mondays, we have Natalie Winter's Nexus. If you like Half-Life and Doom and all those kind of games, this is a parody of all of those. So it's more serious than this one. So, yes, it will be a very good, exciting, interesting adventure. Lots of sci-fi crossover D&D stuff. It'll be great fun. Join us for that on Mondays, starting next week for most of January. And then on Tuesdays, we have our brand new exciting thing. We are launching a long-running campaign. Tuesday it will start and run for as long as it does. We'll see how long it runs for. Looking for a while, longer than we usually do. So it's a big experiment for us. It's also set in a brand new plane of existence. So lots of exciting things to find there. Anyway, Tom's in that. I'm DMing it. But yes, join us for all of those next week in the new year. And is it bad luck to say Happy New Year too early? Anyone know?
Well, let's say it anyway.
I think it is in Germany. I've got this niggling thought in the back of my head that it might be bad luck. But as we say in Germany, a slide well into the new year. Genuinely a turn of phrase in Germany.
How about stay classy in the new year?
Stay classy in the new year. I never liked stay classy at the table. I'm sorry, Dave. It's never been my thing.
Never seriously my thing. It's just a bollock statement that I pulled out of my arse.
No, mate.
Somehow persisted.
No. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
No, Cookie Crumbles was
yes, Johnston, yes,
year.
Yeah.
I've never stayed classy at the table in my life. I'm an example of what not to do, honestly.
No, you're wearing a tank top and everyone wanted that. Good. Thank you, everyone. I'll do the outro properly. Done all of that. It's really professional. It's the classiest version of the outro I've ever done. Done all of that. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. You can find all of them archived at youtube.com. And they're also available as podcasts. Just search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you to the D20 Club. You're wonderful. You're marvelous. You let this silliness happen. It's your fault. I blame you. And also many, many thanks to all of our sponsors and supporters. You are all marvelous, wonderful people. Without you, the lights wouldn't turn on. So thank you for keeping the lights on for us. Much appreciated. It's the end of the year. I'm not going to get sappy, am I? I might. No, I'm not. It's been a very good year, folks, and it's going to be another fantastic year. We have record numbers on the channel. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of that. Things keep getting bigger and better, and there's many, many more exciting things coming in the new year, so stick around for all of those. And I couldn't do any of it. None of it would be possible without everyone else here and not here, all the people behind the scenes and all the players who aren't in this game. So big thank you to everyone. This is a wonderful thing. Anyway, we're on social media as Roll Together RPG. Tom, how are the TikToks going?
Surprisingly well. We sometimes get up to like 300 views, and I was like, oh, hello. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
There was one I've put up which was 4 seconds of Evie just going, fish, and that's got 2 views at the moment, which is a shame because it's
Oh, fish? Good.
Fish?
Everyone go watch the fish TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you watch TikToks?
Fish talk.
Fish talk.
Yeah, if everyone could just put it on loop, maybe when you're watching like the King's speech or something, just Evie in the background going, fish?
Oh God, it's the King's speech. We are so rambling. Sorry, everyone. Go. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. You're all wonderful, marvelous. See you all soon. Bye-bye.